And hello, good evening, everybody. We are live. We're live this evening with PPRL. PPRL is setting up for their, they're setting up for the finale of their NASCAR series, and we'll be getting ready in about the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes, the race will be going live. I'm going to be joined by Savage Speed, who's a member of the PPRL community, and we'll be commentating this evening on the on their NASCAR finale. So down to my bottom, on my bottom right over here, you have the multi perspectives of everyone that's getting ready and working on their practice sessions. And at the top, you have the gameplay. We're going to be switching over to a full-on gameplay scene once all the practice times are in. But what we're looking at right now is we're seeing qualifying times populate in as the drivers set their session times. We have a green track in the fog. And before we go any further, let me hop over and grab Savage. Also, let me make sure the community knows. And Savage, you here? All right, and we have Savage Speed here, member of the PPRL community. You want to introduce yourself? Hey, absolutely. So, who do you think are some of the favorites for taking the overall win here? I'm sorry, Savage. Hang tight 1 second, 1 second. I realize there is a problem. No, you're fine. It's something on my side. I have made a mistake. Yeah, no. There we go. When I was sitting in the Discord before, I had Discord muted. I'm really sorry. I just noticed I didn't get that. So you want to start over. Who are some of our favorites that we're really going to be looking at for this race coming up?
Okay, so the last race I was in, THR Baggins was fast. He waxed the field by over 50 seconds, but that was on a road course. I haven't seen him on a local personally, so we'll see. That'll be interesting. Two other people I'm looking at are going to be Fluffball and Tsunami. They both make their own tunes. Tsunami actually makes the tunes for everybody to use, but I know Fluffball does his own tune, and I'm really looking forward to see those guys. I know they're really good drivers and they have to run up front. I'd say underdog could be Dawson. He's usually really fast at these sorts of tracks. Yeah, he's a good drafter. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, Savage. Savage, hang tight 1 second, 1 second. I realize there is a problem.
So, yeah.
1 second. 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 1 second Yeah, and you're saying earlier, Fluffball is one of the favorites to win. Currently, Fluffball is sitting on pole. Fluffball putting in a 4.6641, but currently there is no one that has a clean qualifying time in. We're looking at a range of quality times from a 48.877 up to a 46.641. But if someone is able to bank in a clean and fast time, they might be able to bump themselves up to the top of the field. Tsunami has yet to put in a qualifying time running the Chevy Camaro, and Dawson's still not putting in a qualifying time. We're looking at in the next several minutes, from what I'm hearing from the chat, that will maybe going live with the race. And I am just gonna make sure that I have readied up to spectate, just so I don't get left behind when things go on.
Yes.
And we over here have Zach Plays, who's the driver of the 48, checking in, as well as VRA representing for for the race.
Yep. So I am, like I said, I think Tsunami, he'll obviously be extremely fast. He's probably one of the most consistent guys on motorsport, especially being that he's on SDW, which is one of the most prestigious teams in Forza Motorsport. Blackball's going to be fast. I think an underdog, I'd say, would be Hockey or Back in Black. His Discord is the Green Bastard. But yeah, I think he'll be quite quick too. All these guys are extremely good drafters, and they know what they're doing.
So it's really interesting here, especially at Indy, being a bit different when it comes to oval tracks, where you have more of a true four-corner track instead of any sort of like continuous cornering like you would normally find. So do you think the draft is going to be playing a major role in today's race?
Yeah, the draft will be huge. I drove this race earlier in the season. The draft was anything. If you fell outside of it, you were anywhere between half a second to a full second off the pace on any given lap, because you were wide open all the way around this track.
So I've been listening to the drivers talk about the particulars of their setup, how they're been having a lot of issues actually getting the car to rotate, and these conditions that we're looking at with a mix of fog and haze coming across the race has really thrown a curveball for a number of drivers. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, Savage, make sure you're ready up. Savage, make sure to click ready spectate, please. All right. Hey, just checking in. I'm ready spectate should be ready to go. I think Savage should be good as well. Yeah, Savage is good. Thank you for the heads up on that. Well, if I have a while. And Jesus Christ, they're really loud. Yeah, we have.
I'll open yours first.
Huh?
But we should definitely order from them again because I like them.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Hi, chat.
My wife popped in to talk about the dinner she got. Sorry about that. All right. We have the driver VC up as well, so we'll be able to let everyone get a little glimpse of what's going on there as we're going through. Savage. All right, yeah, let me try to make sure I up your levels a little bit, Savage. Chat apps, properties, filters. All right, I think you should be good.
There we go.
Yep, let me know if y'all are having any issues hearing Savage or anything, and I'll try to work on the levels as we're going through. But we have a few more minutes, it looks like, before the race starts.
Yeah, you were saying something about the drivers possibly complaining about the setup.
Oh yeah. The additional moisture on the track and the low grip as things are getting started has been an issue. It has definitely been a point of contention with the drivers as they've been getting ready for the event.
Interesting. When I was in this race a couple months ago, we had roughly the same conditions. I actually got on pole for that race. Did not lead a lap, but whatever. Anyway.
Hey, it happens.
Same conditions. It was really, really simple. To begin the race, I over-rotated the car in the first corner, and I took out off the field. So yeah, it's gonna be really loose for the first 20 to 30 laps because there is absolutely no grip in the track, especially at the start. Like, the longer the race goes on, the more it's gonna level up. You're gonna see the drivers become more comfortable in the early to middle stages where they don't need to push as much, but towards the end they're gonna be very confident to make those moves. Unfortunately, in this game, it really is a one-groove track, so if you get somebody under you, you kind of have to let him go and just attack him in the next corner if you can. Fuel is about 30 to 35 laps, and it's 160 lap race plus the beginning pace lap, so that should be something to look out for, about 5 pit stops.
So with the pit stops, do you think we're going to be seeing a lot of green flag pit stops, or we're going to be looking for drivers to take advantage of any yellow flag incidents we get?
You will pit under every caution, in my opinion. That's what you would do, you pit under every caution. Your strategy is going to save, right? If it's too early of a caution into a run, you may not pit, just because tires last the whole run. They pretty much have a 25 to 30 lap span, depending on how much you use them. And with the 30 lap fuel run, you're going to use up your tires, right? So, like, theoretically, you could go 25, 50, 75, 100, and then put on 130 as your last stop, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you spend $40 on
But I think you put every chance you can. Save as much fuel as you can. I think you could probably go up to 50 laps if there's enough cautions, but you only get a caution every 10 laps before they enact the no caution rule, where you don't get a caution regardless of what happens.
Right, and checking back in on where our qualifying times are, Fluffball has been knocked off of his top position by 0.2 of a second. SDW Tsunami, now the pole sitter. SDW Tsunami going to be sitting on pole. Alternate pole is Fluffball. Leading up the second row, we have Back in Black and then Stanley. Moving on to the third, it's Ghost Reaper, Rogue Voices, then Zach, RDM, Duke, Taylor, and on for the rest of the field. So you're talking about taking advantage of the pitting under caution, but what do you think is the power of it having good track position if they're able to make a run last on for fuel in their tires?
If you're gonna last, you want to go if the fuel goes full 30 laps and a run goes a full 30 laps. You want to stretch it. The fuel tank lies. It's going to tell you you're on 0. You can go an extra lap. Okay? Go the extra lap. Because you won't lose a lap at this track regardless. And the time gain, if somebody short pits you, is probably only going to be a second or 2 seconds. And if you're faster than them on pace, you'll touch them. You'll definitely touch them with the draft. So that's something to look for. Yeah.
So are there any key battles that we're looking for coming into the final rounds as far as the standings go?
Looking at the points, I would say, let me look at the points really quickly. I would say Dawson and Fluffball are really the only two in real contention. They're the most consistently showing up to races. It's has missed a few. He's not here today. Tsunami's missed a few races. You know, so I'd say Dawson and Fluffball are the two. They're only separated by 10 points.
Yep, and it is interesting to see that at least at this point, Dawson has still not set a qualifying time, but we are moving forward. The race is getting ready to start.
That could be a strategy too, right? Like I said, I qualified on pole in that one race, and I took out the whole field. He may have intentionally not qualified so as to avoid it, right? He doesn't want to risk being anywhere in the middle. He doesn't want to be up front and cause it. He's just going to sit back, let things happen, pass a lot of cars that way.
Yep. So we are setting up for the race now. So as we said a few moments ago, sitting on pole, we have SDW Tsunami and alternate pole Fluffball starting up on our second row on the inside. Back in Black 28 in the number I cannot see his on the number 9 Camaro. Yep. Stanley with the Toyota.
Yeah, I believe he is. I don't know his number off the top of my head.
Yep.
You'll figure it out once we get in here. So everybody's gonna do. Well, we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm good. We're good.
They're gonna hit each other all just to make sure that everybody has collision, so that way there's draft and everything like that. We're gonna do a pace lap, and then we'll get going.
Thank you.
I really hope Forza loads for me.
Hmm?
Yeah.
All right, we're on the grid.
Ready, there, go.
And we're of course doing the usual checks to make sure everything is working well in Forza.
Yep. Just
small bumps all around. Everybody seems to be good.
whoa.
What just happened?
I've been black screened.
We're good. We're recovered.
Ooh, that's nervous.
So coming around the field.
What are you gonna tell me?
We're on the single file formation lap.
Yep. Well, they'll form up around the backstretch, and then they'll get going from there.
So starting off.
I need my controller. Can I have my controller?
Having some issues as they're getting started. So
I've been having a few issues.
mostly just people not really lining up as expected. Doubling up the field now.
Okay, yep.
We have
we only have one DNF.
back in black, one disconnect. Unfortunately, Frosted is the one down. Starting on our third row, we have Ghost Reaper and Rogue Voices on the outside. Then Visible Rockets starting our fifth row in the number 48 Camaro. Then the Duke in the number 11. Excuse me, in the 111 Toyota Camry.
Yeah, do you know what's going on with Adam? If
do not know. We are green. We're green. The race is green.
It's like we're getting on the way. Let's see what Dawson does. Let's see if he does what I said and just hangs back here. I think the dark horse would be Zachary Plays. He's always pretty consistent. He gets into a lot of issues, but they're not really his fault. He's just, wrong place, wrong time. So we'll see what you can do starting from 7th.
And we're gonna turn up the driver radio so we can see what they got going on.
I just never tested this soon.
Looks like everybody makes it through the first set of corners pretty well. So that's good.
On your inside, Cody. On your inside. Thanks, buddy. Just fucking
Everybody sending it into turn 4 like I race.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
And they are 3 wide going into 4-2, and Tsunami makes contact with the wall, starts falling back through the order.
You was not gonna make that corner.
We are 4 wide heading into turn 1. Oh, and we have a mess. We have contact into turn 1.
Hold on to it. Let's see, does he have...
But no cautions are going to be available until turn 11. Tsunami has fallen through the order, now sitting in uncomfortable P11. Fluffball is now our new is our new leader. We have a few stragglers getting peeled off by the race. It looks like Stanley is not having the best go of things right now.
Yeah, Tsunami has a lot of damage.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to go to the pits to get this fixed.
It's been the rules all season.
Tsunami is sitting clear of damage, but unfortunately it was Stanley and LeBron seem to have gotten beat up pretty badly.
Jesus.
Yeah, I clicked on the right as it was happening. So I'm not really sure what happened. But I saw a Tsunami just was in the wall and plowed right into it. Let's start checking these guys in pit lane.
Yeah, the visibility in the fog seems to be playing up some of the issues that we're having.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder if it's a factor of...
Oh no, and Zach plays having an incident trying to make it into the pits, basically totaling his car, but he already into the pit lane.
Oh, there goes.
Did he have damage?
I didn't get a good look if he had it beforehand, but I looked up at Zach's POV, and Zach was already spinning and T-bones the pit wall.
Go ahead, Jody, go ahead.
Ron,
Yeah, it's
Did that
interesting.
completely wrong. You gotta follow the whole access road.
Yeah, I got loose and got up on the wall because of it. Forced me off the line.
And currently, it looks like THR Benz is on a bit of a run, making contact into turn 4, losing a lot of that momentum that he was carrying.
Yeah.
But going onto the front straight, THR Benz closing down on Ghost Reaper, fighting for that P2 position.
It's so hard coming out of the pits like
But
that.
Fluffball is away with a comfortable 3-second lead over the field. I'm sorry, go on. What were you saying, Savage?
No, I
Lonnie's having a lot of issues. I don't know if he has damage or like what's going on,
Pay attention.
but he seems
Right, you're going
to
on the outside.
be having like his car is just wiggling all over the place. It's
Come on, we
And who are you talking about here?
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
It doesn't show any damage. Oh wait, there it does. Yeah. Tsunami's done a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Who should have
Tsunami.
picked?
oh boy, damn.
Tsunami pitting in from P9. Checking back in our fight for P2, we have THR Benz in the scuffle. But it looks like we have Rogue Voices right here with us. Sideways car into turn 2 currently.
Oh no, that's Punisher.
Controller, please.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
Get
with
that draft. Get that fucking
Tsunami
draft.
again. He's back in the pits.
If I can get to
Let's
the
check it on your
Duke,
leader.
I'll be okay.
Okay, so it's like Fluffball
you want to get up to me and help me out? That's
has a
fine.
Well, that's what
4-second lead
I'm trying to do
over
without
the rest of
wrecking
the pack,
myself or you.
but
So.
Ghost Reaper and THR Benz are drafted
able to avoid
mostly
all
They're
that.
together.
loose their XR.
So it'll be
I did
interesting
the first one and then I
to
hit a
see
cone.
like what's
turn
going
two,
on
and it
there.
sent me off, and that's what wrecked me.
Oh, I hit the same cone that you did. I just didn't.
And
It's so-
SDW is finally out.
Sailed.
Unfortunately, a lap down. Tsunami getting ready to close in with our P2 and 3 pack.
You may be.
Hopefully able to catch the draft and able to start trying to work his way back up through the field.
Stay lonely.
You're probably a lap down.
Lot
Then.
9.
Okay. Hopefully we get some
Punisher 1533 unfortunately getting knocked down for 2 laps this time.
Oh, he's in the pits again. I wonder what happened to him.
Hey Rocket, how you doing? Should you stay away from my pump?
Right now, I am watching
And look what
THR Benz, Ghost Reaper, and Rogue Voices. The 3 of them are
coming with him.
all in a pack.
Actually, I take
They are not catching Fluffball at the rate I thought they would be catching it at. So
Yeah,
I don't know if we
Fluffball
just-
seems to have just found a groove and is running away with it. Our 3-pack draft pack over here is unfortunately not able to close this gap down with any real rate.
You
I
guys
will
look
have
at,
to go in the
high
corner.
school fucking bullies.
Ghost Reaper's last lap
I thought you were
was a
gonna say girls, but okay.
46.997 to Fluffball's 46.738. So they're actually losing time in this pack. I don't know if there's damage on any of them or
Currently, Ghost Reaper is clean, Benz is clean,
I like the fact
and
that
the
Punisher is
Duke
taking
are,
that
oh, excuse me, not the
in
Duke,
chat
excuse me,
over there.
Rogue Voices
It's
are
nailed
all
that.
clean and they have good fuel loads, so they are set up for a long run. We're approaching lap 11. Lap 11's here, and the caution can come out. We'll be waiting to hear the confirmation.
Shouting, and then the caution gets delayed. Just tell us who's involved.
just
and we'll go from
the
there.
caution can
It
come
was
out
me and Stay
at any
Lonely.
time they like.
Whenever
They
we
try
went
not to
over
throw the
there.
caution.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want as much
Current.
No, I'm
as
talking about
much
previous
green flag
incidents.
races as they can. Taylor Weiler's in the pits. I don't know if this is a strategy as far as fuel goes, because he can now make it let's see.
I can get up to your bumper.
Because this is like you said,
wing,
about
so like,
Apple.
give you a
He
bump.
can make it to the end of the race.
You don't want to hit
On
my bumper
4
at
more
all.
stops, I believe.
No, like down
Yeah.
the front straightaway, I don't mind. But
So-
by the time I get to you,
I think
it's
that might be a
corner.
strategy car. Like Taylor
I'm saying you don't
Wiley.
want to touch
Trying to do
real
something
car in front of
differently.
you at all. You want to keep about
Let's
a foot
look at
gap in front, and it
Dawson
helps
and
you air.
Back and Black
push.
here.
Okay, I get you.
It helps.
Just
They're
grab
doing
me
a
little
good
bit
job
better.
drafting.
Yeah.
Let's see if they do it on anybody. Looks like Fluffball is able to maintain his gap. Goddamn. Mom,
I had a slide
please
up, I'm
give me
sorry.
my controller. I've asked you 4 times.
Come on, you fucking.
I'm currently muted.
board.
Mom,
I had a slide up and
Come on.
something I couldn't slide up there.
Mom.
And we have the
You don't wanna be
number
right up
11
against it, but you wanna
Camry
have a
Rogue
little bit of
Energy
a gap on
Yeah.
making its way
This is
Same
one of my
around.
better tracks.
Rogue Voices unfortunately getting knocked.
Yeah, they're going
on
right
my
outside.
fingers.
Yeah,
I gotta
Rogue Voices
run,
unfortunately getting knocked a lap down. Still hanging with our
Daytona plenty of times over.
pack that's fighting their way up through P2.
I did.
Right now. Or I don't know, I'm gonna do it somewhere.
Checking in on Fluffball. Fluffball is still hanging tough around in this P1 position, keeping a 4-second lead over
gotta get his lap back somehow.
a 4-second lead
try.
over the rest of the field.
Sorry, Jody. Got water.
Dark horse contender from
Just because of
earlier
what happened.
earlier
Like,
commentary.
spun it off of
Dawson
I got loose.
Dawson is making his way up through the field. Dawson
Mom,
currently
please don't
fighting
do
for
that.
P5.
Doing fine.
Have anything nice to say? Say nothing.
Like I had a
Mom.
pull off before.
Mom is
it
making
just
you be
snapped
here.
on me.
You don't like
Mom,
way out.
Either no center, full center.
I
on
can't-
here.
No.
Real.
Mom.
Make me play.
Dawson currently is sitting at 2/10 down, fighting his way up to try to get a position off of Back in Black. But currently Back in Black has no one really in front of him, looking at a second gap ahead to the Duke, which would be another 4 seconds up to the next pack of cars. With no lap traffic in the way, there's really no run for them to make. For THR Benz and the Duke, they are 5 seconds down from Fluffball, and there's really no gap, no help ahead to try to close down the gap between them and Fluffball.
Okay there,
Fluffball out on his own right now.
Steering on. Rock with sim steering. That's my go-to.
The
do you
number
want
of
me to do about
pits.
I was just letting you know.
Punisher with 2 pits. Bottom half of the field's made at least one.
Driving.
Everybody else staying out.
Absolutely dog shit.
Keep running my race the way that it, however it goes.
So the biggest pack of cars that we have on the field currently is
I'm in the dark because
the biggest pack of cars we have on the field right now is currently being led by 18 P18 Punisher. That pack including our group of 2, 3, 4, and then cars 10 through 12 are all stacked up on top of each other, about 8 deep. Let's check that out.
I don't think he was getting loose from corner exit.
This guy is one of the nicest dudes I've ever watched. Don't hear talking crap.
3, 4, yeah, 4 deep pack.
What'd you say?
Oh, the number 58 car gets wiggly, but is able to make his way around to the inside.
You know,
I'll try to call out.
the only I've noticed this race is wiggling a lot. I don't know if it's setup or just the weather playing a factor with his car. But he is not, he doesn't look comfortable with his car.
Yeah, Tsunami is moving around a lot in almost every corner, getting a little bit of bump against I believe P13. I wasn't able to get a good look at it.
He's looking at P8 right now. if you can get past King TR S exit
Fucking tapping that
SKX.
wall a little hard.
So yeah.
Race line is pretty much.
Lost all that momentum because of that wall.
Alright, you're a lap car.
And it
Right,
was, it looks like
Yeah, the wall will get you.
the gap actually from
Yeah,
first to
that's what-
second has actually grown. Flop probably could not be any happier right now with the results of this race.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
really
he is
there.
on an island.
Yeah, Fluffball has not had to contend with traffic. It looks like he's just been free and clear, and somehow his car is just happy in the clean air. Tsunami closing in on a pack of 4, consisting of the 21,
If you get the run, just go.
the 10, and the 5.
It's the 27, I think.
Is it 27?
Yeah, it's the 27.
27, yep, my bad.
Pulling that half a car. Jerk out.
They're going too wide in through.
Have like a really fucking good run. I get fucking
3 on 4.
I think they know the only way they're gonna
Oh, God,
catch
watch out, guys. I'm lifting.
anybody ahead of them is working together. And so that's what they're gonna do. This group of cars here is 16th, 3rd, 8th, and 16th.
You're good. Just
I
figure
know
out
they
that
want to get
corner
around
entrance.
that
Don't wanna enter
16th place
like-
car ASAP because they're only losing time behind him. But they can pull him around. Hopefully, Tsunami can help them pull up to Fluffball. Fluffball does not want to see a caution right now, posting nearly a 6-second lead of this race.
I'm good.
Remember, boys, call it if you ever have a caution.
And this pack is also slowly getting bigger.
Sorry, I got over.
Yeah, they're working up their pace.
Slam the wall. Someone's crashing off a 4 on the straight.
It is difficult to see.
It sounds like we are having an incident occurring off of 4.
Hold on, we need a confirmation from
Yeah, I got
water.
Trying to get a view on it.
Hold on.
That's part of this
Hold
race.
on.
I came up
1
4,
second.
hit the wall. I have damage. I have to fit.
Okay, did you collide with another car?
I
or by
collided with
yourself?
that 11 car with a Toyota. It's a
Okay,
Toyota.
okay, safety car, guys. Fluff,
Safety
slow down,
car
hit the
is
line.
coming out.
No
Safety car is
overtaking
coming
once
out.
you hit the line.
Safety car is out.
And
Yeah,
pit roads
racing
are
to
always
the line
open,
now.
so if you want to get in the
Okay.
pits.
Dawson
right in.
Shibley.
Oh,
Dawson
shit.
Shibley.
I literally just left pits after going hot.
You're gonna be able to get laps back.
Fluffball is coming to the line now.
P 2 through 7 have dove into the pits. We'll see if there's a shakeup in the order as they come out.
That's actually a really good strategy too, because they'll be able to come out of the pits at full steam ahead. They'll be able to catch Fluffball, and then while he's in the pits, he'll have to slow down. So he's actually missed his opportunity to pit.
And our a number of people that were a lap down are now picking up and regaining their position. So the new order as the pit cycle is rolling through is we
should get a lot of cars back on the lead lap. It looks like a couple of them, at least one of them, it looks like has taken advantage. No, like maybe not. Because there were only 8 cars on the lead lap, weren't there? So yeah, nobody's pit yet, but there will be plenty of pit stops. I'll be interested to see if Fluffball retains his position or not, because he will have pitted a lap later than the rest of the field. Yeah, Fluffball's gonna lose.
Fluff has now fallen out of the lead.
he
THR
should've pitted.
Benz picking up the position.
He should have pitted last lap.
Fluffball's falling through the order. Fluffball is 5.
You're pressuring them by
Now 6.
Yeah. Patrick's in the pits with them, so
Fluffball pops out of the pits at 7.
And he's like, this isn't gambling.
I think that's the bad strategy. He's gonna
Gambling is
Where did
a
I
video.
do that?
This is all.
There was
So our
100
sorry, go ahead.
was 140 laps to
Now
go.
we're starting to type.
You can go 30 laps on fuel. I think you still have to make 6 laps for the end of this race at this point.
But we now have our new leader, who is THR Benz, and going down our order is THR Benz, Ghost Reaper, Back in Black, the Duke, Dawson in the number 10 Mustang. We'll have to see where Rogue Voices comes out, because Rogue Voices is still on the pit row exit. It looks like they're currently working on getting the lapped cars their lap back.
Lap cars can get their lap back now, and then if they haven't got the field yet, they won't go green this next lap. So they can actually come in, and they'll be on the freshest tires and have the most fuel if they choose to pit.
And it looks like Dawson and Rogue Voices are still down in the pits.
I just said I was on there and people were paying $40 for their schedule. And went in. We got some
and we're gonna have a double file restart on the backstretch. They're gonna start doubling up. So Back in Black, the Duke, and Fluffball currently going from P1 down to P5 with the pit cycle.
A lot of people are pitting again. That's interesting to me. Because I think they've already pitted once. So Fluffball moves up to 5th here. So, yeah, it's about 135.
Oh, there's a little bit of chaos as the field is catching back up.
Who the hell is that?
So moving down.
Is that...
Hockey is now our P6. Tsunami at 7. Dawson at 8, and we're going to start the process of doubling up the cars. And sitting on the inside of Dawson is Visible Rocket. Taylor Weiler is going to be sitting in our P11. No more cautions are going to be available for the next 10 laps. So cautions will be off the table for until lap 35. Lap 35 will be the next opportunity for a yellow flag stop to come up.
Is the number 10 of Dawson that had some shenanigans. And we will get ready for his restart. Like I said, THR Benz, he's fast. He's found his way to the front of the field. But Fluffball had that commanding lead early. Let's see if he can work his way through the field.
Yep. And we have Ghost Reaper. Ghost Reaper is currently sitting on pole. On alternate pole, sitting on the outside. So we have Ghost Reaper's onboard camera as we get ready to go green. You're coming around, heading to the line.
The teacher Benz could call green anytime before the start line, starting at the yard of bricks. And here we go.
We're back racing again.
Had a great launch. He instantly pulls up in front of Ghost Reaper. Down into the first corner. 18 cars screaming all at once. Looks like everybody's made it through.
Yep, even with them hitting 3 wide through turn 1. Back in Black 2 wide through 2 next to the number 27 Ghost Reaper. Back in Black able to get ahead of Ghost Reaper, closing down on THR Benz. Less than a tenth of a second separating these cars as they go through turn 3.
The Duke is losing a lot.
We have wrecking back in turn 4.
Oh no.
Ghost Reaper falling back from P2 to 4. The Duke apparently having a major issue. The
And look
Duke
at
picking
that
up major
fluff ball.
damage. Oh no! And Ghost Reaper getting having a major issue. Ghost Reaper is plummeting down the order.
And look at that, like I said, instantly up into third place, fluff ball. Ooh, he cuts off Black and Black there. Black and Black is not going to be too thrilled about that one. He got his nose chopped off, lost about 6/10 and the spot. And Tsunami's back in this fight too. Here comes Fluffball on Dawson. Decides better of it. He just wants to drop Dawson up to THR Benz. And will probably make the move headed into turn 2. Dawson into the wall. And then Fluffball gets by him. Fluffball now sets his eyes on THR Benz, who currently holds the lead. He wants that spot back. He wants another win at Indianapolis.
Yep. Fluffball has his eyes set down hard on the THR Benz. THR Benz not able to open up as much of a commanding run as Fluffball had in the previous stint. Fluffball closing down within 0.6 of a second, well within the draft. He's going to get a good pull, but right behind him, we still have Dawson. But next to Dawson, SDW Tsunami able to run down Dawson. SDW Tsunami taking the P3 position, but this entire front field separated by less than 2 seconds.
Fluffball just ran the fastest lap of the race at a 46.532. Meanwhile, THR Benz ran 7/10 slower. Actually, I lied. That wasn't the fastest lap of the race. But, yeah. THR Benz is about 2/10 of a lap slower than Fluffball right now, which on an oval is a lot. Fluffball just got his draft for an entire lap. I'm interested to see what this lap is. A 46.1.
As Tsunami looking to the inside, Tsunami gets his nose chopped off by THR Benz, and Tsunami falls back majorly.
Tsunami may have damage after that. No damage for Tsunami.
Yeah, Tsunami
So
makes
good.
it away clean.
Tsunami now with the fastest lap, sub 46 seconds.
Yeah, while Tsunami may fall down, it looks like the field coming up through P8 are all within drafting distance. The only person falling back seems to be Dawson, who is losing out to Fluffball, falling just outside of the draft window. But there is a sizable pack of cars closing in on this entire field.
I'll make the move on THR Benz.
Rogue Voices.
Into turn 1.
Rogue Voices moving his way up to P4. Rogue Voices and Tsunami coming contact nose to tail, side by side, coming down the back straight, going into turn 3. Who's going to take this one? It looks like Tsunami is going to be able to hold the position, but he slides wide to the outside. Rogue Voices looking to the inside T4. A little bit of contact. Tsunami getting into the cones. Tsunami sideways, sliding into the pits. Major damage. Big damage. Tsunami trying to take the inside. Tsunami trying to take the inside into turn 4. Gets a whole lot of damage, slamming everything in, and it is still too soon for another caution to come out.
Yeah, I think Tsunami was just a little aggressive there, shoving Rogue Voices down a little too far, and Rogue Voices had literally nowhere to go.
Yeah, Rogue Voices making Tsunami pay for that overly aggressive move. And just as he tracked out, there's absolutely nowhere for him to go. Like you said, Rogue Voices suffering basically nothing from that incident. Tsunami paying for the hard push. Rogue Voices making his way up to P4, and our front of the field has spread out as the aggression starts to pay off worse. Oh, and it looks like we have some damage into T2.
Oh no. No, that's just a car coming out of the pits.
Oh yeah, you might be right. I just saw it backing up.
No, wait, it is damage.
Who has it?
It's Zachary. It says he doesn't have damage, so he might have just spun. But yeah, his tires are at 17% on the right and about 13% on the left. So let's go check somebody else just to compare. Yeah, I think he spun. Maybe.
Yeah, just wasn't able to hold it all together.
Yeah.
Let's check back in on the front of the field. Fluffball is having 2 contenders for the P1 position. Well, only one really.
Yeah, Visible Rocket's a lap down.
Yeah.
Visible Rocket being a lap down, he needs to let these guys go and battle it out. He can pass them if he's faster, but right now he's not faster. He needs to give up these spots.
And Visible Rocket seems to have made his giving up the positions to THR Benz and Fluffball, but serving as a nice stepping stone to keep THR Benz close on to Fluffball's tail. Fluffball's still not able to fully break away like he did in that first run.
Right.
Benz seems to be being cautious now.
I think Fluffball is faster than Benz, but I think that draft is just too powerful, and that's what keeping Benz in the fight. Because everybody else is 4 seconds or more behind him.
Yeah.
Looks like.
And Dawson is leading up the next pack, three laps down. We're on lap 35. At the back of this lap, we'll have another option for safety cars to come out once again.
Yeah, 35 laps into this race, you're really going to start to see drivers already get more confident with the tire grip going up, the track grip going up. It's going to get a lot racier, especially towards the end of this race, if there's another caution. Let's just check in on fuel. About 60% laps, or 60% left of fuel for THR Benz, and Fluffball has about 61%. So Fluffball actually saving fuel. But also remember, he did pit a lap later than THR Benz under that recent caution. I expect pit stops to be around lap 53-ish to 54, as that's when everybody else pitted. But it really depends on how much they've saved under that caution. And it looks like THR Benz now slowly starting to lose Fluffball in his draft just a little bit.
So as powerful as the draft is here, and with it still being a 1-lane track, these cars don't seem to like dirty air. So going into the corners, if they're sitting right in the slot underneath their tail, it seems to really upset the car going in. Is there any room for them to take an alternate line in order to try to maintain that speed through the corners?
No, this track is very one line only, especially center off. You can enter slightly differently. You can enter a little bit higher, and cut low, but it's going to be a lot harder on your tires, and it's not going to make much of a difference on corner exit, especially in turns 1 and 3. They're the fast corners because they're right after the long straights. So that wall, it's there, you know. You hit that wall, your race is done, because I've gotten a lot of damage on those walls. And you just kind of have to stay back, hopefully get a run, and hopefully have enough speed to get inside before the next corner, and you'll make the pass almost every time because they just have to concede.
Yeah, being able to juggle keeping air on the car in order to maintain speed through the corners, as well as keeping inside of the draft is definitely a really hard fight to juggle between this race.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, obviously you want to stay in the draft, but you can't get too close. But you gotta get close to pass. So it's like, what do? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It just seems like Fluffball, his car is able to get alongside other cars a lot better because he can stay closer in the corners, especially to these lap cars, than other people can. And that's what's allowing him to pull away. It's just all the lap traffic. THR Benz, it seems like he can't quite get through the lap traffic like he wants to.
Yeah, THR Benz coming up on a group of 2 lapped cars. THR Benz catching up to... Sorry. Benz now on the tail of Fluffball.
Yeah, he's about 7/10 of a second back. Right now, we'll see what he gains down this front stretch. He's actually losing a little bit of time, which tells me he didn't get a great exit off of 4. Which 4, I'd say turn 4 and turn 1 are the hardest for me, because turn 1 is an extremely fast corner that you have to hit perfectly. There's really no negotiating. And turn 4, it's the most important corner in the track, right? It's the one that leads to straightaway. You get that right, you win the race. You get it wrong, you lose. It looks like a lot of people are just pulling over for Fluffball right now.
Yeah, everyone is just putting the laps in. We're into the maintenance phase of this race. Checking telemetry. We're looking at the start of a number.
Oh, that's
Hold on. 1 second.
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Stanley, did you get damage?
Didn't rotate. Yeah, I did. I have.
Okay,
all
right.
You interfering with the leaders.
Safety car, guys. Safety car at the line. Safety car at the line.
It's just a little bit of a
car is
look
coming out.
Definitely pitting.
Nah, I have damage.
I think I found my partner in crime.
Whoever is the leader at the line, top 3.
So that mixes things up a bit.
Please slow down as soon as you
Top 3 are in. Top 3 are in. They're racing down to the line.
Slow down when you get to the line.
And someone's having some issues trying to get by. Rogue Voice is in.
Everybody's gonna pit, you know. Everybody has to pit. I don't know
Rogue
why.
Voice is sitting on about half a tank with what appears to be decent tires.
I don't know why anybody would. Rogue's on 40%, 41%, with 40% rights and 30% lefts. I don't know why he stays out here. I really think that he should have pitted. Because I think, yeah, I think you're gonna want to be on equal stuff. I don't think, I mean, your tires are gonna be the same, probably until you're out of tires, because you're gonna have to pit so much sooner than everybody else. You only have 10 to 12 laps of fuel left anyways.
That's the on the other end. Get in turn 4.
Back in black. And Rogue looked like they're getting ready to head down into the pit lane, taking the long pit lane entry.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I'm
They
not
can
certain
just
why
run
they do it
around the
down there.
other.
No overtaking, guys.
Okay, that's weird.
Even if you're going.
But yeah, everybody's caught up to him. They're gonna lose all of that track position.
Yeah.
Like every last.
That puts
to me is
Fluffball
weird.
right back at the beginning. I mean, at the lead.
Yeah. Because Black and Black was what? 4th place before the cycle? And he's gonna come out
I'll let you know.
probably 6th or 7th?
I'm on the back stretch.
Just wanted to make sure.
A lot of
Maybe
pits here.
they may be counting on a lap, an issue on the restart to shuffle them back up the order, but it is definitely a.
We're gonna go around.
I mean, he only lost one spot.
Go green next time by not this time, but next time.
He's fifth, so yeah. Everybody should be getting their laps back. Again, at least one of their laps.
Through, give or take. Little.
I don't know what's going on.
Alright, lap cars, go ahead on the
We're back to the field.
Lap cars are getting their lap back now.
Yep.
Sorry, stupid question. Is it a choose or is it, first inside, second outside? Just asking.
Only first place chooses. Everybody else inside, outside.
And evens out.
And Fluffball is back in the lead of this race.
Shut up, bro. I didn't mean to do that.
Zachary's back here touching my ass. That's nasty. We could pick up pace speed to 80.
Wait, what?
Pace speed is picking up to 80. Of our onboards, Zach Plays is up at the near front of the field. Zach Plays sitting in P7.
Or coming on the floor.
That's right where he started. So he's got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, not losing anything. Waterfire into the pits as well.
That's
During the
actually
process
good
of getting
strategy.
in the process of getting his lap back, he dives into the pits.
he
Currently
won't
making
lose
his
a
way
lap.
out.
This thin fog has not lifted whatsoever.
Because he shouldn't lose a lap here.
The fog is going to be constant throughout the race. My goodness, this is going to be a low visibility and slippy race all the way through to the end.
Yeah, I saw that. I let off the brakes. When you got really close.
The slip really shouldn't matter too much anymore.
Yeah, the rubbering in is definitely being a big benefit to everyone out here.
Is
Yeah.
still catching up to the pack?
Lap cars are still working their way across.
I think we're all
I think
here.
there's one guy in pit road. We can go ahead and double up, guys. Double up. And back down.
We're doubling up now. We're coming back in from
Back down pace speed to 60 miles an hour. Guys.
Looks like the last few stragglers will be able to catch up in time. Because we're about
Usually I get a jump on you, Rogue.
a little less than a third of the way through this race.
I'll just help out whenever.
A little over a quarter of the way through this race.
Yep, hitting on about lap 45.
I will do what I
So if we hit every 30 laps, that would be at 75, 105, and 135. There's about 3 more stops left. And I don't think you could stretch it by 2 stops.
We will not have any cautions.
So everybody should have 3 stops left.
57.
People that really want to see
Just left anytime now.
are Punisher and LeBron. Right now, Punisher needs one more to get back on the lead lap, and LeBron needs 2 more.
Thanks for the push, Zach.
Damn,
I
just
go
Green
What?
again. They're green again.
You touched me. You had my rear end jacked up.
I did not even touch
move
you.
on the bottom.
I will show
Let's see
you
how
on my
that works
stream
out
after the
for
race
you,
if I
though,
need to,
man.
bro. I will literally
You
show
just-
you it. I didn't even
No,
touch
you,
it.
I had a collision
So
from
far,
you.
so good.
Just letting you
He
know.
made his way up
I'm not
from
mad at you. I'll
15th
literally
on the
show you it
restart.
after the
Oh, God.
race.
He's
I'm
all the way
fucking
up to
fine.
11,
But it's like, what?
and he's attacking
That would have been a fucking car pile up.
Some of the
What
shit
happened to
that
McGrath
fucking
would
happens in
save
this
it.
game.
Tsunami way towards the bottom.
Trust these dickheads in front of me.
Yes.
Tsunami, just let me know when you want
He
to
really
around.
wants to be
engine
back out before turn 3.
Come here, Silver.
Tsunami is not looking
I want
like
this
he's
fucking-
making any real
Go
progress
ahead.
beyond P11.
You got it, go ahead.
The cars in front of him.
Oh, I'm
are
already corner
fighting
pedal.
hard
You're
for
about to go a
this
little bit higher
position.
in turn 1 once you pop the
Yeah.
clutch.
They're
I'm
back
lifting,
down
I'm
onto
pedaling
the
it for
front
you. I'll-
straight.
I'm not trying to
Fluffball
get in a
still
wreck,
holding
bro.
holding position. Our P1 through 3
I knew that was gonna happen to
unchanged up
Rogue.
to this point.
God dang it.
Oh, we have.
Hey, long
it
time
looks
no
like
see,
Rogue
eh?
Voices in the wall. Rogue Voices,
Somebody.
unfortunately, looks like he
save it.
made contact
Yeah,
with the
baby.
wall.
I did. I was just trying to stay up off of you guys.
Sorry,
It's
Tsunami.
Staying
We'll try to block
clean,
today, bud.
undamaged, but just losing
God
a lot
damn
of
it,
track
are you trying to
position.
kill me?
Kind of have to build this momentum
No, I
back
got
up,
fucked on
going
my
down,
outside, sitting on my quarter
going
panel.
down the
He
back
doesn't
straight.
have
No, I
any
was coming off the
damage.
wall. Why am I so loose all of a sudden?
does
Oh,
not
too much
have
gas
any
in it.
damage.
Fuck me.
I'm glad I'm not the only one having to deal with
I'm
it.
dead.
Oh, the airwalk. Oh, the airwalk. Oh,
There goes
See,
all
I
my
don't know
clean
what's
race
wrong with
horses.
him.
clear, guys.
It just seems like
Comms
this
clear.
car
Comms
clear.
does not fire off
clear.
on new tires.
Oh, we have a number of
Jody,
cars making it
to be
into the
clear,
pits.
you
It
need to
looks like
relax.
the conditions on the track, while not affecting the overall level of
I'm gonna
grip,
go
these
fucking
tires are
5 laps
cooling
down by the
down
time I
way
get to the
more
pits.
than a lot of these
Fuck.
drivers are expecting.
I'm already 5 laps
Positive
down,
Exactly
damn near
these
6.
position.
I was
It's
ranked
interesting though.
56.
DHR Benz and
Fuck, man.
Dawson
I was having such a
have
clean
now been
race.
able to
Tommy, what
stay
place are you in?
with Fluffball
I'm
and make
in
a 3-car
10th
trade,
at the moment.
which is actually dangerous for the rest of the field because you
I'm not
will
trying
go
to
faster
fight.
as a train.
This
I wanted
Not
to.
by too
It's
much.
pretty
Still
chaotic
early
right here,
in
so
the-
I'm
Will
just
go
trying to creep
faster.
through.
Yeah, I made my way
still
through.
early
I'm
on in the race,
Looks
man.
like
gonna try to
Dawson's
wait with you,
losing
but
touch just a little bit.
I'm just
but you
mad.
should
I
be
was
able
I
to
was
get
freaking
it
running
right
well.
back.
I think I put too much fuel for this
Yep,
tune, and
there
it
it
kind of
goes.
fucked me.
Zachary plays up into 4th place. What an amazing drive for him.
Yep, Zachary is having a really good go, but Zachary is unfortunately stuck a little bit in no man's land. Just him and Back in Black out there together, making slight contact with the wall, losing a little bit of time to Back in Black. But up at the front of the field, our 3-car train is still holding strong. Let's check back in on Rogue Voices, who lost a big gap of positions earlier. Sitting in a 4-car with Rogue at the head of the train, with SDW Tsunami, the Duke, and Waterfire bringing up the tail.
Looks like Waterfire's losing touch with that group just a little bit.
Yeah, having a real
8, 9,
poor
10,
run
12.
out of turn 4.
He's touching the grass a lot and really skirting those rear tires. That is not going to be good for his long run. Hits the wall, but it should be okay. It's like Dawson losing just a tiny bit, 2.5, 3/10 back. Seems to be about where he's comfortable. He may just be staying there, maintaining that gap, not wanting to deal with that dirty air, as you mentioned earlier. These next gen cars are so interesting on this game. They're very unpredictable.
Yeah, the way they manage on and off grip between having clean and dirty air is really down to how the drivers tend to set their car up. Like we've seen for most of the day today, Fluffball just being able to lock into a groove and run regardless of being in or out of the draft. But a lot of these cars actively turning on or off depending on their condition and position on the track.
I don't know what he's got under road. Somebody's gonna have to check his car in post-race inspection, because I think there may be some shenanigans going on there. But for now, he is in command, leading almost every lap, all but 10 laps so far?
Yeah. Fluffball has just been in just overall control outside of like making a pit stop. There's just been nothing to knock him out of that position. Dawson seems to be making a run onto THR Benz now, getting around some lap traffic.
Well, you gotta wonder if he's just doing this now to get a feel for what it's gonna be like in the closing laps when he needs to make these passes, or what his strategy is here. Most of the lobby on the front stretch are in turn 22 right now. Kind of a smaller field tonight, just as the race was kind of unexpected to happen. But we always love a good race on a Saturday night.
Absolutely. Checking in, Zach Plays is leading up our second pack of cars. Nothing ahead of him, just an open gap. No, there's some lap traffic in there. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Taylor Weiler, a lap down, but in between our first and second pack of cars.
Looks like Back and Black might have some small issue. Not really sure. He just seems to not be able to stay in touch with Zach.
12. We have Ghost Reaper. Ghost Reaper with an incident.
Ghost Reaper?
Ghost Reaper is sideways across the main incident. Looking like he is clean. But Hockey apparently Hockey taking the worst of that one. Yeah, Ghost Reaper and Hockey not really having the cleanest pass with one another.
I do gotta shout out Hockey because he is amazing. He does most of the paint jobs you will see here tonight. He's done most of them.
Yeah, Hockey has a hand on every one of these cars out here, as much as everyone worked with the tuning setups.
Exactly. Dawson just smacked the wall incredibly hard. Let's see, he doesn't have any damage.
He's still sitting clean, but he is falling back far. But that is an opportunity for Zach. Zach, Back in Black, and Rogue Voices closing in on building up their own 3-car train, and Stanley unfortunately being left out of the party. But we'll see if Zach is able to close in on Dawson, because Dawson's now left in no man's land. A clear field 2 seconds off of THR Benz, and with Zach Plays 4 seconds behind. We'll see if he decides to either fall back and let Zach pick him up, or what we're gonna run into. Two laps until cautions are back on the table.
Yeah, it looks like Back in Black has just lost the draft with Zachary. I believe that draft is about 1 second, but he has picked up Rogue Voices. Maybe Rogue Voices can push him back inside that draft and make him get a 3-car train going.
THR Benz still not letting Fluffball get any room. Checking in on what both of these cars are looking like. THR Benz is sitting on just under 2/3 of his fuel capacity, and Fluffball is pushing down closer to about 50%. Cautions are now available again. As we open up the 58th lap of the race.
60% for Fluffball, and like I said, actually, Fluffball and THR Benz on my screen have the same fuel, so they should be pretty close to making a stop at the same time. Probably around, like I said, 70 to 75. Looks like Zachary Plays all by himself now, as Back in Black is just outside of that draft window, so it's all raw pace there.
Yeah. It looks like Fluffball is closing in on some lap traffic. Fluffball closing in on Hockey, who just came out of the pits. So is going to have a tow coming down the front straight.
He already a lap down. Does not want to go another lap down, because it is hard to get a lap back without a caution.
Yeah, but we'll be interesting to see how long that holds up, because back in the mid pack, P5 through 7 are tangling their way through with a number of lapped cars.
Looks like Road Voices is helping Back in Black right now get back to the back bumper of Zachary's Plays.
Yeah, Back in Black and Rogue Voices teaming up to try to make their way down.
And it would behoove them to stay behind Zachary, who I believe has the better pace of the three of them, so they can continue to pull him along, maybe gain about 3 or 4 tenths in the last few laps here on Zachary. Nothing against Zachary, but that's just the power of the track.
Absolutely. Zach is going to have to keep working his way up. Next car ahead of Zach being
I know you're not a big number.
is it Dawson? Sorry, I'm trying to.
Yes, it is Dawson.
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah, just open air and then Dawson.
These foggy conditions not the most optimal for broadcasting, but it's all right.
Yeah, it makes it a little hard to ID things from a distance, but
Gives
a good atmosphere.
Let's see if he makes a move. He opts not to. He lays off of Fluffball here.
Oh, we have damage. We have the number 13. I missed.
Fire
and
is that a safety car?
Yeah, we're under safety car. We're under safety car, guys.
After the
We're
window
currently
opened,
under
so
safety
we're gonna
car.
see how this
No
next shift
overtaking at the
happens.
line.
If I was you.
That's
No
actually
overtaking at the line, guys.
Fluffball and Teacher Benz
Where's the
were
leader?
past the pit entry,
Turn 2.
so they have to go around again.
It looks like
Everybody
Dawson
else
and
can
Zach
pit.
are going.
I knew when
Zach
Taylor
has
tried to
the
go
pit
to the
lane as
inside of
well.
me, I knew he was going to
What
overshoot
is
it then.
happening?
No, it wasn't
Why
even
did
on
you pit?
Taylor.
You only
I
had-
scraped Taylor, and the
Well,
game
let's see,
decided I
was it
was
100
allowed
laps
to
to
have
go?
full damage on everything
You
except
still
the
have to
front
pit
bumper.
3 times.
Leaders
So
are on the
it
back
makes
stretch, guys.
sense.
Pick up.
damage out of it though, which is the worst
It
part.
makes sense why.
In my mirror, your
when
car
you're
like
pitting,
are
let's
you
stay
putting
out
full
here.
fuel?
Because they
Yeah,
still have to
sideways.
pit.
Trying to
Everybody
throttle
still
out from
has
the
to
wall, but I was
pit.
Seems like I only
Three
need to put
more
in a half
times.
tank because we only
I
made it
didn't
to
touch it. That's the funny part. Like,
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
Whoever's the host,
So they
I'm
might as
gonna
well
be on
stay out.
pause because I gotta go do something.
Because
So
of
my
how
car's
fast
gonna
it
be
is.
rolling while
What
I'm
are we
on
doing,
pause.
SK?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yep.
75,
That dude.
70, 75 mark.
No.
I think the earliest you can.
Dawson, did
My
you
fault,
pit?
I got a
Taylor.
black string.
Yep.
Whoever's in front of
I think it's
Waiting for
time
a
for
second
we
to see
to
until they come back.
change.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Oh,
Hockey
no.
lagged out.
Hockey's out.
Hockey got
He might have
disconnected.
crashed. Either that or overheated his Xbox.
That is not good.
Leaders are on the front
He
stretch,
said,
guys.
nope, I'm done, guys.
I'm right close to you.
I can't take
Just
another
pay the
ride.
pit and tell me when I can get my lap back, please.
Sounds like
Yeah, 10-4.
sounds like he had a technical
My
difficulty.
bad,
and
Taylor.
apparently his
Oh,
Xbox is
that's
overheating.
In the corner, and I saw that.
No, I know. I have a feeling
yes,
more
sir.
than
Actually
through
in the
the
pits
wall.
this time.
Just unfortunate.
Fluffball into the
I'm
pits
just
this
confused
time.
how my
Dawson
car
on a full
Damage.
ride.
Yeah.
It's
Now
something.
Dawson's
And
gonna try to be
No.
whipping, coasting his way.
His
through
internet
this
versus
The
your
that
internet.
you raised my car with
Oh god.
translated
Jody, I'm
into
gonna take
full
the
damage.
Jody, I'm gonna take the
Someone's gonna
outside
burn
for
this
the
down
restart.
here.
Oh, I like down.
No way. God damn.
That drop position. I really don't think
If
I
we
would
faster
have
than you, bro, I don't
I would
know.
have picked there if I
Yep.
could have. But I didn't want to. If I had.
Got
They
Jerry on my
already
team.
passed
He's gonna
the
slacking.
Fucking
pit
Jerry's
entry, so
slacking, dude. You gotta fire
coming in a
that
lap later, I don't
Yeah,
want
that
to.
guy.
Jerry.
Honestly.
That's
I think
true.
I
my
would
pit-
just-
he's
As
my
dominant
main
as
pit
we've
manager,
seen,
you know?
Me
as
personally,
dominant
I'm
as
running
we've seen
pit manager,
Fluffball
god
be
damn,
coming
I'm
through
running up
here.
with the GT guy.
It
you know,
is
Mr. GT Auto, Grand
With
Turismo.
the way I
It
pit.
is
That's my guy.
not
Yeah, I got it.
unexpected
Not
for him
yet.
to be able to just fight his way
Not
back
yet.
up
Not
the
yet.
field.
Not yet.
Hold on,
It is
everybody.
a gamble
Alright,
trying to
alright,
like
slow
navigate
down,
your
slow
way
down.
through this
I
traffic
thought
I've
it was-
seen with all these
I
rides
have
so
a-
far.
I have
Wait a
a
minute, why hit
feeling what happened though.
I mean, we
The
see
network spiked up. That's why.
Alrighty, guys, go ahead.
From a
Go ahead.
first
Lap cars,
section,
go.
no,
Lap cars,
but
go.
tenth place.
Basically,
That's
this
the
Yeah,
middle
network.
of the pack. You know what I mean? That's more.
Absolutely.
Especially, he's going to be starting on that outside road. So, he's had the inside for every restart, which served him well. But like I said, it's a one group track. Once you're up to speed, he can't compete on the outside. He needs to find his way to the bottom, and he needs to do it in a hurry.
So right now we're going to follow the front of the field and we're queuing up Zach, who is currently sitting right on the tail of Fluffball.
I think like two underdogs for this race are Zachary Plays and Back in Black. Back in Black, a long-time veteran of the league, over a decade in this league, never won a race in his time in this league. He wants it badly. And I think Zachary Plays, he's had so much misfortune and luck in the last few races that I've watched. He's fast every week. He brings his best stuff. You know, you can tell he's putting in the work. It's just he keeps getting involved in other people's stupid wrecks and they're no fault of his own. So I hope he does good today.
Yeah, no. It'll be good to see if Zach is able to convert all that hard effort into an ultimate win. Zach is sitting right behind Fluffball, so we'll hopefully be able to get a good strong run going through the field as this race restarts.
Yeah, like I said, I just feel bad, like, every time, like, every week he starts middle to front of the pack. He does good, he gets involved in something. He works his way back to the front, or towards the front. He gets involved in another wreck. To no doing of his own. And it's just this constant up and down battle he faces. And he always does the best he can. But just the results aren't there. And I really hope he can get there.
Oh goodness. RDR M2 Silver trying to make his way up to the back of the field, spins out, and it looks like damaging his car, so having to go into the pits again on the restart. And as you mentioned before, Dawson choosing to start from the outside, putting Zach on the inside, getting ready to go green. We had the pack lined up, and we are green. We are away.
Fluffball tries to make a 3 wide on fire, and THR bends, but nothing doing. These first few corners, you can take 2, 3 wide, but after that, you really have to single file out. Fluffball back to 12.
Oh, we have an instant.
Oh, see what I mean? To no fault of his own. Zachary Plays, gets involved.
Zach, oh no.
I really hate to see it for him. He's so nice, and he just... You know, I hate that. I hate that so much for him.
I'm gonna pop back in and check on Reaper. Reaper making his... We're gonna pop back into the full groove here. Oh, Ghost Reaper having an incident going into menu to avoid further collisions. Ghost Reaper full damage here. But it looks like the Duke has made his way up to P6 out of the race. Dawson losing out and ending up now sitting in P2 as Tsunami makes his way through.
Fluffball only up to 9th right now.
Tsunami having a long run up. Tsunami getting a second clear, but Rogue Voices is now sitting in P3.
Fluffball now up to 8th place. So his march to the front, much slower than we expected. But he's just being methodical.
Yeah. As we watch this, Rogue Voices makes his way away. Oh no, it looks like we have another incident. Oh, we have Dawson getting really sideways here. And we have a full pack. Dawson falling down through the order. Fluffball now making a strong drive. P5.
Huge winner out of that. But
Duke's
Tsunami 2.5 seconds up the road.
the Duke is squirrely coming around T1, but Fluffball forces himself into the P4, coming down the back straight. Big run, taking to the inside. But Rogue Voices right behind THR Benz won't let this happen easily.
If these guys are smart, they'll let Fluffball go. Hopefully he can pull him up to Tsunami, who is 3 seconds clear of Benz right now. Looks like that's what Benz is defending, giving Rogue the outside, taking the inside, but he's gonna push them both up the track. And
Rogue making a little bit of
front.
contact with the wall, falling back slightly. They're
And
on
there
3
goes
separate lanes
Fluffball.
now, just losing a lot of speed here.
Now I'll be interested to see what Fluffball can do, if he can catch Tsunami, or if Tsunami can maintain his 3.5 second lead. I think Tsunami and Fluffball are about the same on pace, so I'll be really interested to see how they do. This is the first real competition, I would say, that Fluffball's faced, just based on speed.
And already Fluffball has just separated himself from the pack and in clear air is now hunting down Tsunami.
I think Taylor Weiler has crashed. He spun out in turn 1. I'm not sure who he made contact with, but there was big damage for him. He can barely keep the car straight.
Sounds like Rogue Voices is unhappy with the car and is just going to let Black and Black through. Black and Black taking onto the P3 position. Rogue Voices falling through, letting THR Benz in as well. But forming up a 3-car train, closer to a 5-car train, with Benz down through the Duke. Dawson and Visible Rockets all very tight on one another, coming into the short chute, going from coming out of the back straight.
I am closely monitoring Fluffball and Tsunami's speeds, and they are like dead even right now. Their distance from leader hovers between 950 to 1,000 feet on any given corner. I think Tsunami is just a little bit faster right now. All he needed was that clean air. He is off to the races.
Yeah, it looks like Tsunami is making good use of the clear air up ahead, and Fluffball is now just having to claw his way up on pure pace. Tsunami is just locked in and not trying to lose any time, trying to get as many laps ahead as he can.
But I think what I do know is Tsunami's tune is better for raw single car speed, whereas Fluffball's is better in the draft or in the lead, just being able to deal with that dirty air. And I think you're really seeing that with Tsunami pulling away.
Place so far, we was on the current lap. I would say about 12th to 17th is a lap or 2 down.
I think I'm 2 lap at 16.
Who are you looking for to make a big splash towards the end of this race?
Oh, that's going to be a hard one. The Rogue Voices, when given a good opportunity, has been able to make some really big moves through here. And it is honestly a difficult call to make just because Fluffball has just been so clearly dominant. But given a chance, THR Benz, Fluffball, and Tsunami have been holding strong, but not to be ignored is Back in Black, Dawson, and the Duke. So it's gonna be hard. If I'm gonna have to put my back behind someone, I am going to have to put my finger on a scale and say Back in Black, because Back in Black is the one that asked me to come here and spectate and announce this race. So I'm pulling for Back in Black to make a big move to pull this one out.
Definitely don't cast a curse.
No. If that's what, let's say no. I'm not gonna put my caster curse on anyone. It may be too late. I'm sorry, Back in Black, if I've cursed you.
I feel like I've already cursed Zachary Plays. That's my fault. I'm sorry, but I'm looking
that's unfortunate, because Zach fell from that really strong position to be 2 laps down.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think I already cursed him. But I'm looking at Back in Black and Rogue Voices as well to be 2 people that I think, given an opportunity late in this race, could be willing or could be able to make a big time move in a big time spot to win this race. Like I said, Back in Black never won one of these races. He wants it badly.
And while even on top of Back in Black wanting it, you did say earlier Dawson and who else were high up in the points for the championship?
Dawson and Fluffball, I believe.
Yeah, and with the way Fluffball is driving, it looks like Fluffball has a really strong contention to lock this up. Because where does Tsunami stand in all of this?
He is 3rd place, but he is way down the order, I believe. He is 4th place, about 80 points behind Dawson. 82 points behind Dawson.
How many points are paid out at each of these races?
To be honest, I don't have that.
I have the scoring rubric.
Yeah, honestly.
That's great. Yep. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the implications of a really strong finish for Fluffball and Tsunami coming through.
I know there's a huge gap between 1st and 2nd, and it really trails off after about 5th place. You only get like 10, 15 points from 5th on back. Yeah, so I think 1st place is like 43 or 45 points. 2nd place is 38 points, if I remember. I don't remember off the top of my head what all of them were, but 1st and 2nd I think were like 45 and 38, so I believe Fluffball should regain the points lead after this race. Right now I'm watching Rogue Voices and the Duke try to catch Dawson, who is just in the draft of Back in Black. Rogue is just in the, or he is not in the draft. Maybe, I don't know.
Just popping it up right now. The Duke is right on Rogue Voice's bumper, pushing him down the back straight, trying to close this gap up right behind Dawson. And this time around, it's looking like Fluffball is not making as big a run on Tsunami. It'd be interesting to see checking in on pace. Fluffball lapping 46.58, while Tsunami is 46.1. So Tsunami is just walking away with it right now. And on the car conditions, telemetry.
Like I said, I think once Tsunami got that lead, it's going to be hard to take it from him. As he is not only one of the best drivers in the game, he's one of the best drivers in this league. He's one of the best tuners in this league. Most of the people driving today are probably driving Tsunami's tune or one
And
of his
it's hard to beat
tunes.
the man that made it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're just gonna use his tune, you're just gonna follow him, you know?
Absolutely.
You can only hope to compete, you can't. I mean, but I've driven his tunes. They are the best tunes in the game. Like, his tunes are so good. They're very loose. If you like a loose race car, you like his car. They're decent on tire wear. Not too much fluff, a little bit, but not too much. But that's really my only complaint. Fluffball though is 5.5 seconds and growing behind Tsunami.
And it's looking like that's going to start getting a little dangerous as Back in Black is closing down the gap to THR Benz. THR Benz, just a speck on the horizon, but Back in Black running with a pack of 4. A pack of 3. Looking like Rogue Voices falling down 7/10. See what Rogue can do coming onto the front straight.
Oopsie. There we go. Oh, what happened? Football just gained about 0.3 or half a second. So I wonder what's going on there. He has a drafting partner. Somebody's drafting with Fluffball. I don't know who that is.
Fluffball has been riding with THR Benz for a minute. Unless
Benz, I didn't see that.
Closing in on 16, getting over lap traffic. Unless Tsunami had issues closing, getting by lap traffic, he does have damage on the back end of that car, so maybe getting loose into one of the corners.
Yeah, he may have.
But Fluffball has to be getting hungry, seeing that damage, seeing that gap close down. But Tsunami is getting down to the bottom quarter of his tank.
Let's look here. Let's see. He has 23% left. That's about 8 laps. And Fluffball has 35% left. So that's going to be...
Safety car at the line, guys. Caution's out.
Caution is out, though.
Tsunami,
Caution could not come out at
Okay, I was
that
past
time.
one
Safety
already.
car.
For Fluff.
Yeah. So next time by.
Caution.
Just water.
lap
What is
for no
his
reason.
name? Water fire. Why the fuck are you hitting me? Going through the turn like that? Why are you trying to hook me, man?
Come out just a bit sooner.
We are cautioning
At
this
least
next
under
time
these
by
circumstances,
Jody
every
got
time,
damage from a lap car.
everyone
He's got
PT has
major
already gotten
Jody likes
by.
that.
We got fucking murdered, dude.
I
I watched
definitely
that
need
shit
that.
live.
Definitely need this. Definitely need
Yeah,
this.
because all the leaders
Alright,
were
dude, I
already
should've-
here
I'm
and
dead.
by.
I
couldn't turn in the pit road.
I should have yelled.
I'm trying to
"Tomorrow"
find
when that
who
happened. That was
died.
very
I
fitting because
don't
you got
really have
knocked
the
the fuck
clear
out.
voice.
I see you did too.
You and Jerry
We
does
have
it.
Tsunami, Fluffball,
Yeah, let's see what
Benz,
Jerry does.
See if Jerry redeems himself.
everyone down through P6
Instead of
into
a
the
motorhome,
pits.
I've gone Master Bongo out back.
All right,
Wow.
Tsunami, you're
Wow.
most likely going to be the leader unless someone
Visible
stays out. But
we had another bit of contact
Yo,
on board
oh my
with
God.
Visible.
That
Visible
would be
sliding
sick.
into the wall, going into
Jerry.
the pits. Not certain if he picked up
God,
any
I
damage
didn't
on
have
that.
though. Unfortunately, what happened to you, Black? But
Ooh.
thank
Ooh.
God I
Ooh.
got my life back.
Dude, Jerry's slacking, bro. Dude, Jerry is slacking.
Well, Tsunami's
from
have to take
11?
a
Yeah,
fuel, but Tsunami still hasn't
17
gotten
or
there
later.
earlier.
yeah, sounds good.
But
Yeah,
it looks like
let's
Benz
stay on
having
pace.
been able to take a lighter load of fuel is
Alright, I'm in
able
turn
to
two.
jump out
Turn
ahead.
two.
I cannot
Turn
pause
two.
my game. My controller's broken.
Hold on.
Yep. Slow down, guys. Slow down. Checking up.
Punisher did that.
Yeah.
My
It looks like Punisher
Jody, are you
trying
coming back
to
up here, bro?
gain his
You're
track position
fucking-
back. Punisher
let them
likely
follow
going to have to go into the
first.
pits on the next time around.
Man, look at you, Punisher. You too.
He's gonna lose all his track position.
What are you doing, bruh?
That's not good.
Guys,
Water.
single file.
Considering the position that Punisher was in before this flag
Waterfire,
came
hold on.
out.
He's paused.
He's paused. Maybe that was a lead lap move.
Water, get to the back of the
So he
pack
could
when you
get
come
his lap
back.
without taking.
I'll just speed up to stay ahead of him.
I bet you
Yeah,
that's
you
what he
need to
did.
speed up. Yeah.
There we go.
If he's not gonna
He's
be
back.
here, hey,
He's
listen.
a
If you're not
he's
gonna
a
be here, you need to
pro.
sit in the
Back of the
pits.
field.
Okay, I can't have you driving around the
Waterfire.
track,
Ghosted in there, falls back.
especially under caution. You're
Alright,
gonna get
lap
multiple
cars,
laps
get
back doing
around.
Back
that.
and back
Okay, lap
to-
cars, go get lap back, so. Go.
Is everybody there?
Is everybody here? No, not yet.
I need to
Don't
go
go
on
yet.
my
lap.
Yeah, go.
Keep their tires
Lap cars
going.
go? Is that what you said?
Everyone's here.
Without
See,
using
get your lap
fuel.
back
Go.
if you want.
Because they still have 75
Water,
laps
why are
to
you
go.
passing, bro?
Yeah,
What
we
the
were
fuck?
just getting
get your
passed
lap back,
over half
What are you
distance.
doing?
Hey, get your lap back.
It's still a 2-lap race
Pass around him.
from this point.
Alright.
One lap,
Every
go.
car's back and back
Get your
now.
lap down. Go
Into
get your
the
lap back.
pits.
Fucking Dookie's passing and we're getting lap backs. Fuck.
Oh, it's hitting my phone.
Valkyrie still plays.
We're only
Valkyrie plays.
halfway. This is
Still
wild.
in this.
This has been
Yeah,
fucking
current lap
chaos.
is-
Zach having clawed
Yeah,
a lap back after all this. Zach ending up back onto the lead lap.
Water.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's gonna start turning into chaos.
He was 2
Yeah, but
laps
this is
down
not
at one
NASCAR
point.
chaos. This is Forza
So I don't know
chaos.
how we got the
You turn the
second
fan
lap
on?
back, but
We are gonna double up on the backstretch, guys,
Let's take a look
and
at
go this
Zach's
time.
condition.
As soon as this race
Yes.
is over, bro, we're all stepping outside and we're all fucking throwing hands.
Oh,
you'll
it
get
looks
tied
like
already
he
and
didn't
it
take
ain't
the
even
pits. He
fucking
didn't go to the
flag.
pits.
Holy shit.
Zach staying out in
Oh,
order to
gotta
get
give
both
it
his laps
back.
back.
He passed
Go
me
back to
before.
the
He passed me.
insane.
I was getting my
Everyone's
lap
got
back.
That's crazy.
I got 13th.
Considering that he did have to pit earlier in order to repair that
Hold on.
damage, he's only
Punisher.
a little bit.
Hold
on,
on,
guys.
I'm
slow it down.
Double up,
It's
double up.
behind me.
Break on the
He's
straight.
a little bit
Punisher.
under a half a
What?
load of
And
fuel.
I'm
Half
gonna
a
keep warming.
Half a
What?
tank of
Very
fuel.
good.
What position are you in?
35%.
Go, get up there, get up there.
I start
Yeah, exactly. 35%.
right in front. I
So you
start
could
right
go
10th
about
because that's
Sorry,
where I
I'm
come out of the picture.
yeah,
You're good.
10, 12 more laps.
You go to the back.
Depending on how
to the
much
pit
they
road.
save.
I had to repair damage. I was sitting in there.
Oh, you're trying to get some heat in the
We'll
tires.
be hanging tight for just a few seconds. We're already
Yeah,
double
with
back
especially
up.
with this amount of fuel after just pitting,
we have
it's so
silver.
critical.
Taylor Weiler is coming back around.
Yo, there's a
all
lot of
cars
cars
on the lead lap other than RDR, EM2 Silver.
gonna be.
We are gonna
Alrighty,
hop
quiet down,
over
quiet down for the restart.
to
Can't have any chatter.
Fluffball.
When you hear Tsunami
Fluffball
call
for the
green,
restart.
We are gonna go green on lap 88. Won't be any more
90.
cautions until the start of 99. 99 is the start of the next cautions. Tsunami will have the call here anytime now.
We are going to hop on board. Let's hop on board with our dark horse run. Zach plays and see how he makes his way through the field this time as we get underway. We're green again. We're green again.
Fluffball, like I said.
Sorry for the delay.
He waited to the last
I'm
minute.
completely lost.
Yeah, waited to the last second. Tsunami getting a clean run down the way.
Brownie, can you hear me?
I've lost audio.
I'm sure I'm done here. Trying to give you room.
My game audio is officially gone. That's unfortunate.
Thank you.
Don't know what happened there.
We're still riding on board. We're following Fluffball as he tries to make his way up the field. Fluffball losing out on the start. Already 2 tenths down. Zach also getting mixed up in a shuffle. Getting pushed into the wall.
Nothing I could do there.
Another one.
And there goes some flying
Okay
cars.
there at least?
At the first place. Oh no! Tsunami hits to the hard half of 4, losing all of his track position.
Tsunami just tumbling down the order.
Oh shit! I couldn't do anything.
Tsunami out in the catbird seat. Because as we discussed, he's the fastest.
Tsunami got his stuff back together, making it ahead of the Duke, but 47 seconds down. A big fall.
Next time.
Here's our Benz and Road voices.
I'm up against
Getting into it a little bit. There goes Tsunami, 3 wide. on the inside football, that's out of it.
Tsunami somehow just getting a massive drive back up through the field.
Straight up into the track.
I saw what happened there. You're good, dude. Nothing you can do there.
I do that.
I'm sorry.
Nah, nothing you can do
Oh
there.
no, Zach's around into turn 3.
I tried to go low, but
Big damage on his back end. But he was gonna have to go into the pits either way, but unfortunately this is gonna be a lot of time lost for him down in P15. But it just gets worse.
He just smacked the wall.
Yeah,
He might have given
the
up.
wall. It slowed me down. Got
Nope,
me
he's
right in your
still-
fucking way, man.
He's still on the track. He's throwing it into the pits.
Honestly, that might just
We'll
be
see
my
where he
race.
goes, but we're gonna hop on board with the Duke. The Duke currently sitting in P6, right at the tail end of our front pack. Tsunami having fought his way back from a big wall contact back into P1, currently sitting on the outside as Dawson sits to the inside coming through turn 2. Small blackout.
Without any damage, Taylor.
Yeah, I did.
Rogue Voices looking on the inside. Stanley looks like he has a disconnect.
Hard.
Yeah. I thought he hit that bitch though. I mean, off of the very back
It's
end
kind of
point of view,
interesting
boy,
that
he slammed the
Rough
fuck out
Ball
that bitch.
looked so
Ain't no way he
strong
could be driving after that.
in the early stages of this race.
I'll try to.
But not seem to make the
Makes
passes
these cones,
he
you know,
was
more
once
frustrating
able
so they
to
can go
do.
back every
But
lap.
you gotta
That
wonder
fucking
if this
car would've
car
been done
is
for the
set up
season.
for a slippery, hard to control track.
And
Maybe
as
with
this thing
less
rubbers
grip.
in, it's just tightening up more and more, unfortunately.
Yeah. Normally it would loosen it up, but you gotta wonder if he's running a package, a higher downforce package that
Your favorite person?
just doesn't like the grip.
How you doing?
I'm good.
It'll be interesting to see how this falls out, but as we're looking,
What the fuck,
Or maybe
God.
he's just relaxing, buying his
Close.
time.
I had to hit the brakes that I hit you.
I think my intervals are broken because it's showing that Tsunami is 45 seconds away from Dawson, and Dawson is sitting on Tsunami's bumper.
Yeah, it's weird
Arrow
because
wash fucked me up.
mine are
and-
showing
No, I
correct,
got
I
Tsunami
think.
2.0.
I have a 2 tenths.
There it goes. It
ten.
just corrected as they came around for the new lap.
Yeah.
45.979.
You gotta look for Forza
Day
Motorsport.
1 NLY
And it's in
I just
many
took
glitches.
over GG.
Tsunami
I
just
just took an
smacked
L
the
races
ball.
over. Sorry to hear that, Stanley. Do you have any thoughts on how things have gone for you today? You did put in a really strong drive up to nearly up to above half distance. So thank you for participating. We hope to see you come back for another round.
Where are you at?
They were
I'm
okay.
sick. I'm back to 6.
Yeah.
Right in front of Ghost.
You have anyone that you're pulling for as you're pulling out?
45.904.
Let's catch the lead pack.
Don't be afraid to come to the bike shot too. Stanley, Sonic Speeder 88. And Twitch.
I'm
So.
doing consistent 47s right now. This is pretty damn good.
Behind y'all.
Oh god, I don't know where the side person
What
will
ball
go.
looks like has lost the front
I
floor.
have Taylor.
He just cannot stay
Remember
It's
last
not a
with
good
these
one.
guys. I
That's
think
not a good one.
he's. I think the truck
I'm
is
gonna hang
getting
back.
too rubbered in.
Yeah, that's fire. Fire, I'm coming high. Or if you squeeze me up here.
And we got a pull for Taylor to bring it around for the win
Try
today.
to not get killed by him.
Back out of our onboard on
I don't know
Duke
where
just
he's
to
wanting to
check
go.
in where our
I don't
other
know.
onboard perspectives are.
Water, stop fucking blocking, bro. You're a lap
If I
down.
back out, can I come back in? Because I've lost game audio.
You mean to spectate?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you back out, you can get back into spectate.
God fucking.
Yeah, because I lost game audio and
Yeah.
I don't want to,
Blocking
you know.
lap core.
Yep, no, you're good. If you want to give it a try to reset, go for
Let
it.
me know when you get like
Yep,
second
that's what I'm doing.
problem.
I just went back to the pre-race screen first. Yep, there we go. We're back. Let's go.
Hey, good to go.
Much better hearing the engines. We are nearing lap 100 of this race. Drivers,
There's a
let's
little
look
bit of
at the-
contention water fire is I appreciate it. Send me a friend request, Stanley, if you wanna give your perspective on how things went.
Oh, are we getting? Is he joining the broadcast?
We might have him pop in if I can make this work.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. Actually, that's really cool.
Ooh, water fire is getting a little spicy as there are some issues. Yeah, on Discord. My name's the same as everything on Twitch.
23 laps of fuel. What happened to Tsunami when I was gone? He fell to third.
I unfortunately had dropped back because there's some contention with a back marker as they were trying to get through the field. Waterfire was making moves that were causing some contention with everyone else. Let me see. All right, I'm working on it.
Excuse my cough.
No, you're good. You nothing popped up. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to. Welcome to the booth.
How is it going?
You might need to invite me back. I can't hear anything.
Okay. Just disconnect and try to come back. All right. Can you hear us now? No.
Now I can hear things.
All right, okay. There we go. We have Stanley, who's fresh out of the race. So, how was the drive?
I mean, it was rocky. It was interesting. Everybody was driving okay, except a few people. I accidentally killed Tsunami. But, I mean, other than that, I didn't really have any issues.
Yeah, how were you running a setup that you built yourself, or how'd you
no,
get yourself prepped up for this?
I got it from somebody. I got it from Fluffball.
Right. So with the setup that you're running, how did you find the sort of mix up in conditions for the fog?
It was really slippy at first, and then when the track gripped up, it definitely made the car file in a little bit more into the line. But when it wasn't gripped up, the car just didn't like staying where it was supposed to be, especially with cold tires.
So coming off the restarts, it was a real difficulty, I take it?
Yes, it was very slidey, especially coming out of turn 3 into 4, it was just awful.
Yeah, that long that like spin up to get onto the front straight. If you mess that up, it seemed like you were just going to be stuck in no man's land if you couldn't find somebody to pull you down that straight.
That is very true. For a lap or two, I was stuck in no man's land there for a while, just waiting. And we got a caution, I think, at one point when I was in no man's land, and you just sit there and you just run solo laps by yourself as fast as possible, trying to catch everybody.
Hey, well, that's good to go. So, are you going to be coming back to give it another shot for next season?
I will be.
Hey, that's good. Are you going to be running the same car, or are you going to be switching it up for the next round?
I've not decided yet. I might just change the base white to a black.
All right, well,
depending on where we're at.
I appreciate it.
The next round. The next race is at Eagle Rock. It's the Eagle Rock 300. Hope to see you all there for that. I believe it's the oval.
So we're checking in on the standings. Tsunami looks like he's made a recovery off of a rough bump and made his way back up to the front. Not looking like the damage that Stanley said he put onto Tsunami's race has held him back all too far. Between Tsunami and Fluffball, we've just had dominant runs, but this next time around, Fluffball looks like he's been in a bit of a rut, not able to really make the most of that pace that he showed earlier in the race. But checking in, Fluffball is being tailed by Dawson and THR Benz. But Fluffball falling back through the order.
Dawson looked like he faked the pits and lost out big time.
Yeah, Dawson breaking out of that draft. THR Benz getting the position up on him.
I don't know. Let's see. Does he have any sort of damage? Does not look like he has any damage on the car. These guys are at about 46% of fuel. Except Tsunami is actually really low. He has about 10% less than Dawson, and Benz has 10% more than Tsunami as well. So Tsunami's gonna have to pit within the next 10 laps. Tsunami still needs to make 2 more pit stops, I guess. And everybody else only needs to make probably 1 more stop, if I had to guess.
Yeah, we have a pretty tight pack for the front 10. Everyone within less than 10 seconds of each other. But as we get into the later laps of this race, it's looking like there's some questionable work with the driving standards as people are trying to really hold on to positions that they have.
Yeah, this is just kind of that part of the race where you don't want to be too aggressive and ruin your race or somebody else's race, but also you're kind of back to black smacks the wall hard. You know, middle of my sentence, but you also don't want to, not make up spots as you go. So it's a really odd mix of aggression and caution right now, just making sure you complete every lap. Back in black, almost 9 seconds behind Rogue Voices, who is only a 10th behind Fluffball. Fluffball is struggling. Ever since about that lap 70 mark, when he relinquished the lead for the pits, and there goes
Zach, unfortunately, seeming like he's had the most of it.
He tried to rage quit.
Hold on, there's
DNF last week, DNF this
When I was following Zach, he was really having a rough time.
Okay,
Yeah.
great comms.
No, I'm not.
1 second.
I think something is glitched.
Sorry, guys, get 1 second.
Sorry. Ron, calm down, brother. Calm down, brother.
Checking on the radio.
I don't even know what's going on with this dude, bro. Cause
Hey, it already happened. It already happened. It's in the past. Just focus on what you're doing right now. Oh, Wrecking 4.
Wrecking 4.
I think that car's totaled.
Wrecking 4.
Very total.
King, do you have damage? King, do you have damage?
Hold on, guys. We need confirmation.
We have someone around in 4, someone in the wall in 4.
He's got damage.
It is
Okay. Caution at the line.
King
Caution
is
at the
down
line?
in
Is that what I heard?
turn
I think it was
4.
It's when we fucking just like tapped it, just swung the whole car around as I was in that corner.
Yeah, King is
Right
total.
in front of me. I had to lock it up. You can ask the kid to lock it up.
I was like, oh shit, here we go. This is
Waterfire going and taking advantage of the caution being called
Taylor.
on the line and diving onto
I'm not
the
gonna change
side.
the
Waterfire likely going to be able to pull a lap back off of
I'm running out
this.
of fuel and tires, so.
Hey man.
Yeah, he lost a lap, but
In the words of racing,
Tsunami into the pits too.
All of our leaders down through 5 are in. Fluffball sitting in a comfortable fourth. Taylor looking like he makes his way out, but Taylor is Taylor's into the pits. Anyone actually staying up?
Pretty much everybody's pinning here. As this field continues to shrink.
Yeah, Visible Rocket's onto the lap. Visible Rocket currently our leader.
Rocket, where you at?
Well, you're like 3 laps down.
He's on the back stretch.
But Rocket has probably less than a third of his fuel load available, so he's going to be definitely looking to coming in soon.
He'll save a little on the caution, obviously. But he could realistically only go
Or is he behind me?
10 laps on fuel.
Oh shit. Alright.
Rockets in first. Tsunami is second.
Yeah, we gotta go catch him.
Yeah, Tsunami Rocket only getting Rocket making his way up to P1, but is very likely going to be pushing himself. The 3 cars that are lap down are already going to be start getting their lap back. We're waiting for the checkup in 4. Checking up in 4. Checking up in 4.
He black flagged himself.
Is XR LeBron here? Can you hear me?
I'm behind Taylor. But I'm 2 laps down.
Great.
Alright, man, you gotta just keep comms clear on the radio, man.
Are you the last person?
Just shouting.
These are
Please keep it down.
caution car drivers, so to only see like 3 cautions is a pleasant surprise, I'd say.
Yeah, it is a good move so far. Rocket is still staying out. Rocket's going to see how long he can ride out this P1 position.
12th to the 15th.
This is an interesting strategy.
I just got my lap back, technically.
Lap cars, go ahead. Lap cars, go ahead.
Whoa, I don't think
He probably wants to, because it's still a 2-stop race. So he's probably thinking, trying to make it a 1-stop, I guess.
Slow down.
But
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can get another one.
Pinball.
If you're in front of him, you
He's
can
taking
get
it all
another
out.
one if you're another lap down.
Fluff and Dawson.
Technically,
We're about to finish this thing at night.
I know.
Okay, so
We're taking our time. We're getting our way back through.
12 lap is
110.
Yeah, 110.
I'm getting some tires before I go back lining up again.
Visible Rocket is really rolling the dice on this one to see what he can do.
unless he just wants laps led, even though we don't keep track of stats.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and double up. We're gonna try and go this time by.
As long as he can make it to lap 130, he should be fine.
Yeah, he is really light.
60 miles an hour.
He's really rolling the dice with this one.
He's not gonna make it to lap 30. Unless they're doing some insane fuel saving, he's not gonna make it.
By the looks of it, he's got a little less than 10 laps of fuel, or maybe at 10.
He's not tired, boss. Yeah.
Technically, if you pit
And that's
after
if he
lap
saves.
130, you have
So he's still on 2
Alright guys,
stops.
listen, quiet
And
down.
worn tires.
122 greens available.
This is
again,
not a
or
good move
cautions
by him,
available.
man.
Again, 122 Visible's got the call anytime now.
Visible has the ball. Visible has called green. We're just waiting on the delay to pick up. We'll see where it looks like.
So powerful with this car.
Oh, he went too fast, so
Really,
if you go
really,
over
really
run.
But when you go 69, you gotta be in
I
second.
want you fluff ball. Just to get a good
Visible
view of the
Rocket
top
with
line.
an amazing jump on the start. The rest of the field already 5/10 down. Dawson Tsunami fighting on the restart.
They're all gonna come back on him like crazy because he's like, oh shit.
I'm up here.
Oh, there's contact behind.
I don't want to go up here. Oh no, what car?
If I call
Dawson
that-
getting himself
Why?
back in the shelf.
This is a
They are
Why?
5 wide
Why?
down the back straight.
I know, but it just felt like greasy.
Wrecking
oil.
three.
full better in fifth.
Already wrecking in 3, wrecking in 3.
There goes THR Benz.
Jens, I was trying to get
Back to back up to 4th.
Benz losing
I
it
told you he
in
was
3.
like-
Audio draft visible.
Visible Rocket already lost first.
I'll try.
Visible Rocket
so
only falling down to second though.
My tires just
Keeping strong pace up to this
I've got Joe
point.
drafting. As soon as I get into his, he's not
he's
going
gonna have
yet.
to pit before everybody else.
Bet that Brownie.
He's gonna lose so much time.
THR Ben's
Like
having to
so
go in
much.
for emergency repairs. THR Ben's already way down in the order.
Quit fucking hitting me.
You can only hope for a caution.
No, you're hitting
But we're gonna have 8 more laps until a caution is available.
Just don't go like a
Checking in on Ghost Reaper.
Yeah, he's getting loose.
The Duke currently sitting in P6. We're gonna pull him up for the onboard view.
I need to get back to the pack somehow.
Fluffball with a run on the front straight.
Yep, Fluffball sitting in P6, looking like he's trying to work his way through right now. Fluffball making it up to 5.
Second.
He hasn't learned his lesson.
I don't know what happened, but back to black. Back to black. Back to black challenges for first. On Tsunami.
Invisible Rocket slowly shuffling down the order. Visible Rocket's likely going to be looking to try to take advantage of how far he's made it up and dive into the pits sometime soon. Rocket down to 8. 7. We're gonna jump back up and check in on Tsunami at the front. Tsunami closing in on lap traffic already.
Back to black almost got
Half a
Tsunami.
lane to just
Down the
wreck me.
back
Come
stretch,
on,
but that
dude.
matter. I see the down lap to go 3 wide. Excuse me, 2 wide.
Oh, someone sideways. 2 cars making contact.
There, Browning. I was on board with it, bro. You just got the bad end of it.
3 wide coming into 3.
Guys, we're gonna let Fluff lead the line. Let Fluff lead the line. Just a tiny little touch, dude.
Let's go look back to the back a little bit.
Wasn't intentional.
my race.
Adam, are you able to call safety cars now?
We got
I'm
a
definitely able to do
4-car
that, yeah.
pack
He's spectating
with the Duke, Invisible Rocket, Dawson, and Fluffball.
Browning, can you turn down your pickup on your mic, dude? There's a lot of pickup.
Looks like Dawson and Fluffball are gonna make the push up to Tsunami and back in
You
black.
can hear the background noise.
We're gonna try at least.
Sorry, dude.
Invisible
Yeah, they got
Rocket hits the
the-
wall
I feel a little
and goes into the Duke. The Duke
Ooh,
into
Visible
the
Rocket
wall.
is having a rough go of it.
We've caught back up to him.
The Duke taking the contact, but having no real damage, it appears.
We got lucky there.
I need to switch. I haven't switched my.
Those two got lucky.
Yep, Ghost dives in.
195 in the corners, but I just can't turn it.
It looks
turn
like
2 has like a slight over there too.
Dawson and Fluffball drafting together. Are touching back and black.
Invisible
Luckily, too.
Rocket finally dropping into the pits this time. And we're gonna hop back up to Fluffball while he makes his charge back up through the field. Fluffball picking up Dawson as a passenger through the ride.
Yep, one thing is glitched. Says 47 seconds
Ghost, can you get our
between
draft behind
Tsunami and Back and Black.
Try, yeah.
You guys, I love this game. Such a good game.
I ain't got nothing
No
else to do, brother.
issues.
Tsunami is leaving back in black right now.
Yeah, Tsunami's just opening that gap up. Tsunami, once he gets a little taste of open air, just walks it away. But Fluffball and Black are gonna have to work together to try to close down on him. But that has just been a struggle the whole time around. The playback between I'm sorry, the play between Dirty Air and the Power of the Draft on these long straights is definitely in play. Every time you're going to the corner. Actually, so from your experience here, like how hard was it to stay in the draft with someone as you're coming through these corners?
Zachary popping off, so I.
It is really hard.
Car bites in the middle of the corner like it's supposed to. It's not too hard, but when the guy in front of you gives you a bunch of dirty air, the car just steps its way out. So it's difficult in a sense, but it can be pretty easy at some points.
I'd say the magic number is between 2 to 3 tenths. If you can stay that distance, you can get a nice draft, but also not worrying too much about that dirty air. But the closer you get beyond that, it is painful.
Savage Speedster's really right about that.
So we're watching Fluffball, Back in Black, and Dawson making up a 3-man train. But despite that, the gap to Tsunami is just opening up bit by bit.
Seem to be leaving Back in Black.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh no. Are we losing Back in Black? Just a little bit. I'm my interval is gonna have to reset once he comes around.
Back in Black is we are losing him. Yes.
Yeah, he's falling back. Back in Black up to 4/10.
He was ahead of those two last lap. So he is
sliding through turn 4. Lost him time.
Let's go on and check down at some other points in the order. Checking in on the Duke. The Duke having a very tight pull up against Rogue Voices. Well, Rogue Voices has fallen about 3 seconds off of the lead pack. Our 5, 6, 7 is a very tight group. I have to see if they can put in some work to make it up into the front pack. We are about 3 laps away from safety cars being enabled once again.
I would expect a caution maybe a few laps after safety car comes back in. But you never know.
And thank you for the follow, Savage. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. I just realized I could probably follow you.
Yeah, I'll jump over to you after I get a free second. I don't have any more screen real estate open.
Oh yeah, I'm only using 2 screens. So. I'm kind of having to jump back and forth.
Thank you, Stanley. I really do need some water. Right. My office is swelteringly hot with all this stuff running.
Race is getting very intense.
Yeah, no, we're closing in on the final 40 laps, so it is.
Fluffball and Dawson are really making time up on to Tsunami right now.
Yeah, they're closing. We're getting a few tenths back. They're trying to close this
about
up.
30 laps or 15 laps left to fuel. So everybody is in that one-stop strategy right now.
Could we expect an undercut from people?
I would expect an undercut. The fuel opens in about 8 to 10 laps. Is when the fuel opens.
Did you just hear caution 3? One second.
Or 130? You've got to be fucking kidding
Safety
me.
car at the line.
Safety car at the line before one. It is a very awkward time for this one to come out.
Please, mate. The back end got hooked and it just like fuck.
I'm on board with him anyway. I'll tell you when the caution's narrowed.
I'm at the line right now.
These guys might go into pit.
Caution. Back on high speed to 60, please.
Ball in. It's an awkward time with the tanks only able to push you around for 30. Your tanks and tires only able to get you about 30 laps.
123.
Me and Water and the other guy, at least no damage
for a
was
safety
taken.
car will be at
So that's a good thing.
133, I believe. So we will be seeing.
Dawson, I just got the clutch in until we bring it down.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Looking at our status, Tsunami likely able to run 10 laps. Dawson's gonna stay out. Back in Black.
Oh shit!
We'll see what happens. They have enough to hold themselves out to 130, and anyone that dives in now to take a fuel load is still going to have to make another either make a green flag stop or pray for another safety car. At what point the lead runners are going to be opened for?
Yeah, we're in between 3 and 4 on a short shoot.
That one as well.
4.
I think right now, if you're pitting,
Sorry, I don't mean to let off that much. It's, if I jam the brakes, I freaking
the track
do this.
position.
Silver!
You have to pit
Order,
again.
you gotta get
So I
it.
don't
You
think
can't
they're
overtake
doing
under
I
the
know.
to try to make it to the end.
It's every time I try to
think
hit the
this
brakes,
is
I end
a
up fucking
I
sliding
want
through everybody.
tires type of move. As you see, pretty much
I'm gonna turn.
everybody now
I'm
is
gonna get
coming
tires
down.
and
At
shit.
least
Ooh.
they're faking
I'm so
like
sorry.
they are.
Oh, you good? You good? You good?
Okay, so
Lap down cars,
Tsunami,
now commence right,
Dawson,
so I get lap back.
Back and
Thank
Black
you.
stay out. Whereas
You're
And
allowed to
somehow
good.
I
I ain't gonna lie.
found
a bunch
Fluff.
of overtakers.
Yeah,
coming
just
in
lap
the
down.
pits.
I'll be.
No overtake.
I'm in the pit.
I think what you could
Yeah,
expect
from
from this
11th
situation is a
down,
lot of
pretty
fuel
much was a
saving will
lap
happen
down.
here.
Oh, my bad. 12,
Yeah, it
12
was
and
really
down. Lap
interesting.
down
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm
The
sorry,
race I
King
was
and Water. That was my fault. We went in kind of
Hey,
like
man,
three
it-
wide.
Yeah,
If you
I
look
seen it
at
was you that
a
kind of
similar
got him loose.
situation
It
happened.
could have been worse.
Is
Where there was a
Adam,
car
is the
that
plan to go
was
green this
Up
time?
from that.
like 35 laps
But at least we
ago.
didn't.
I'll confirm with you
Something
shortly.
crazy
As of right
insane
now, no.
like that.
It was kind of a controlled spin. You
And
could
we
do
all
Yeah, I
did
basically.
on
Well,
lap
that's what I did, Cody. When I got hooked and
under
that my
caution.
rear got hooked,
We weren't going
I
down
just
a lap
basically
Can you get
controlled.
confirmation, please, that
And
all
we
cars that are
somehow
lap down
made
have got 1 lap back at this
32
point?
laps.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
waiting on fuel.
I'm about to catch up to the pack.
Save.
The last car just got the.
So
They
this is
should be able
close.
to be here.
Okay, I
Yeah,
just
they're
seen
all on the main
them.
lap. Yeah, they're
So
all on the
I
main lap.
can see them. They just followed
We
through
have a
now,
pretty
so
interesting
it'll be next
screen
lap
set up
tsunami.
there.
Yeah,
when I'm racing,
Next
I
lap, right
run
back.
triples and I run my stream stuff
Confirmed.
at
We're
the
going
top.
one extra lap, okay?
I'll tell you
Yeah.
more about it as we get back in later.
You're on the back
Unless-
first, too, so
yeah, it's
just
definitely
wait
gonna have to be next
We're
lap.
getting ready to
Increase
go
pace speed to 80,
green.
please.
We're waiting for
Stay
the
one
back
NLY
markers.
thought it was wise to use 100
Oh, yeah,
points
I
on
can't do
stretch.
that. I don't like you stealing.
Just let it
Oh, my
coast a little bit.
spine just cracked.
Yeah, you might want to coast it now.
I love when that happens.
Oh
I play
man.
paddle, so I can't
So
coast,
we're
unfortunately.
getting ready for SDW to bring us back green. We're going to get a.
Well, I had to coast a little bit so I could scratch my fucking nose. It's been driving me nuts.
We'll go for the.
Oh yes, the stretchy nose.
I like the fact that I fought so
Let's
way in the
see,
back to
Back
get
and
up to the
Black is
top
on
10. This is pretty
56%.
nice for me.
So I'm gonna split this in half, okay?
Tsunami is on
we going green?
38%. So actually, Back and Black
No,
Just like a
next lap.
stage, just like a
Next
stage
lap.
race.
can take less
Hey,
fuel here.
Tsunami Dawson.
And if everybody
God
picks,
damn.
Oh, sorry.
yeah, nobody picks, okay.
The fuel's open.
Waiting to go
Oh
on.
my God.
Oh no, there's contact.
What just happened?
No, he's good.
No,
He's good.
I thought you should lose a spot because he did that.
No, he's
What
fine.
happened?
Oh no.
Put him back up.
Hey,
He's just trying,
Dawson.
No
just trying to
damage.
keep his tires warm.
Looks
No
like.
damage, but warming
I got
up.
hooked
he gets
on that one,
contact. He
trying to
gets
keep
hooked
him warm.
over the
Literally
front of,
sunset.
Yeah,
Dawson.
Holy
I'm
Oh, it
gonna,
is sunset. This is
That's
cool.
gonna be looked at.
The back straight
Yeah,
is
yeah,
already
yeah.
lit
keep a
up.
little bit more
Next
space.
time
Sorry.
when it ends.
Hey, Dawson.
Because,
Yo, King, go.
Yeah.
yeah.
You coming with me,
That
Jody?
needs to be looked
Go
at.
ahead, G. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll let you know.
Yeah, it really just looks
Okay,
like
once he's
Tsunami was warming his tires.
commit to the back straight, please
Dawson's
get the
checking
ball.
up on him,
And
getting
the
ready
lights
for the
are on.
reset.
It'll turn the high beams off.
And
What,
Tsunami
his
just
tires
spun
are gonna
himself
get
around, so we're gonna
cold?
have to go one
Adam, I
more
had no
time
idea what you
around
said.
for the
I'm
restart.
Tsunami, where do you want? Outside, inside?
And the track is
please.
wet.
Yeah, the track is getting damp as the sun goes down. All of that fog in the air is cooling and making the track just get slippier and slippier as we come through.
Please, nighttime here in
Your
Indianapolis.
telltale's time.
Lights are coming on here in Indianapolis.
For
I don't think they would normally race in the
about to
dark.
get slippery.
No, Indy
does.
Indy, while a lit track, is not a very well lit track.
I have a feeling I'm about to be
No, it is not.
Things
It
are
is
going to
very
be
spotty
very
at best.
Yeah, looking at the
Maybe
onboard. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, quiet, please.
Maybe next
Speaking
year
of-
NASCAR should have headlights.
Tsunami, you'll have the call
Oh.
on the exit of the
That
last
would be a
corner.
Just saying.
There's a bit of a delay there, so I'm going to give you the call probably.
Well, as
what looks
Lightning
like
McQueen
midway
always
through,
said,
the exit
we
of
don't
3.
need headlights
Okay,
because
you
the
are
track
good
is
to go
always
anytime
lit.
between now and the start.
Not
of the
very
line,
well
please.
lit, but it's lit.
That's not the point.
Oh man! All right, so Tsunami is still working to warm those tires up, and it's just getting
Just so
into the
nobody
side
gets,
of Dawson every once in a
flustered
while.
Here. I'm taking us closer to the line.
I have a proposal.
Patient.
Winner of this race gets an entry into the Indy
Trying to
500.
avoid any slinky
Well, that'll be
craziness.
something. And the sky is red as the sun is coming down. Tsunami already saying he's going to be taking a late start.
Green.
They've gone green. We're waiting for the delay to pick up.
No cautions until the commencement of lap
The track is
135.
beautiful. at
135, and
Look
there
at those
are
lights
away.
on it.
Tsunami with a jump.
Oh God, Dawson.
Oh god.
Tsunami getting a good run, popping to the outside.
Those people on the inside making contact with, I don't know, watching Taylor Ryder.
I mean, this guy's just everywhere, bro.
Oh, it
Brownie
looks
go,
like there
Brownie
is some
go.
issues getting through at the back of the field. We have Fluffball checking the inside. Fluffball making up behind the Duke.
Damn.
It's interesting because in real life, the cooler track temperatures would actually help the cars go faster. But in the game, it's actually the opposite. You run your fastest laps at noon in this game. So track times are going to slow down here. Let's see how that plays into effect with the different tunes and...
Duke going wide to the wall.
Yeah, Duke opens up and Fluffball makes his way around. Fluffball sitting real tight onto the back of Back in Black. Back in Black is not letting Tsunami have it his own way. Not letting that gap open up too far.
That turn in so quickly all of a sudden.
Hey, do you guys mind
I'm trying to get into there.
if I add one more person to our chat? I'm bringing Zachary.
Yeah, we'll have to get Zach's
I could add
perspective.
him. I could add Zachary to this.
All right, let him hop. No, that's fine. Bring him on in. We'll get a few thoughts from Zach right at the end of this.
Shit. Looking like they're gonna run away from Back in Black.
Yeah, Back in Black is not able to like close the gap down. Fluffball showing a really strong pull on pace. Checking on Fluffball's conditions. Fluffball did go in and took a full load of fuel, so it'll be if Fluffball has to go in for a follow-up pit stop, it'll be a really light stop just to top up the tanks and make the run to the end.
I would expect from Fluffball is him to dive in with Tsunami.
Should have on the back straight
Yeah,
away.
anything that Tsunami does, Fluffball's gonna make the move to cover.
Come on, Ghost. Come on, Ghost.
They're coming down the front straight. We have 2 wide and 3 wide coming out of turn 4. Fluffball within less than 1/10 of a second of Back in Black. Excuse me, less than a 10th of Tsunami. Back in Black has fallen outside of 1 second. We sound like we have a damaged car coming around either
If you
2 or 3.
take that inside.
And who do we have falling into the back? Visible Rocket, unfortunately, going from on high, seems to have had an unexpected rapid deconstruction of his plans and has fallen way down into the order.
Not necessarily, no. Your car is very twitchy on my screen, though.
We're going to
But if you'd like to clear the
close. We're
cones
going
out
to
of the way.
check.
Cones, yeah, Cones out of 4.
Fluffball passing Tsunami on the front stretch. Oh, nope.
Side by side, coming down the front stretch, going into T1, who has the commitment for it, and it does look like Fluffball does back out of making that play. Fluffball riding still within 2/10 of Tsunami. The most dominant drivers of the race so far, going nose to tail, just pushing the entire pace of the field. Let's
man, I'm a lap down, but I ain't
I
that
will
far
add-
either.
I'm gonna add
As long as I can
Zachary
stay with the pack,
to
I
our
can
VC
back
quick.
a whole lot better when the
Cool.
caution come out.
Fluffball's last lap within 1/10 of his fastest lap of the race. 4:59.71. Yeah, from the looks of it, Fluffball currently having the faster pace of the two. Fluffball looking like he took a little bit of damage on his timing. And hey, Zach, welcome into the booth. How are you doing?
At least it's not foggy.
Man, it's a rough night.
Damn it!
Yeah, it looks like you had a rough run of it all the way
You can
through.
even see the
I was
water tower
watching
light
it
up
all
too,
night.
which is
I was
incredible.
really hoping you would do good because I watched you the last few races. You just
Punisher
seem
makes
to get
contact with
caught
the wall in
in
turn 2.
Oh shit! Damn, I can't. Oh shit!
What was that?
It's a whole lot darker than it is.
I was
with
just
the
saying how
highlight.
you
get that
always
guy to clear
seem to
comms,
get
please?
unlucky getting involved in other people's shit.
I'm not saying nothing bad, but like yeah, we all race really hard. We can admit that, right? We have that strategy that we need to play out though, and like when it comes to the lap cars, it's like it puts you in that spot where you have the leaders coming to you, but at a place like Indianapolis, in the turns, you are gonna get tight. If you are side by side, no matter what, you are gonna get tight. You are gonna snap loose a little bit. It's gonna happen. But when it gets to the bumping or either giving like a slight little boost or anything, it's gonna snap loose depending if you're on the wheel or a controller. Even the tune matters.
Which tune were you running tonight?
It was the 3.0.
It was Tsunami's 3.0?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually had you in the pre-race as one of the underdogs to watch. I was really excited to watch you tonight.
Man, I thought I had something going tonight, honestly, but like when it just it happens too often.
Yeah,
it's definitely like a hard run as you get down into the later stages of a race like this. How did you feel your car evolved as the conditions on the track and with the weather changed throughout the run?
Honestly, the car actually felt really good for the long run part of it because it actually loosens up a little bit in the way. So you actually get to have that turn, and even depending how you take 3 and 4, turn 4 you are gonna get tight. It feels tight down in turn 4.
Yeah,
so right when
in all of my runs around
like,
Indy, turn 4 is definitely surprisingly one of the harder ones to get right. And if you do mess up anywhere on turn 4, you're just going to be paying for it for the rest of your lap.
It's basically going to slide you up into the wall.
Yes,
Either
sir.
slide you up into the wall or you're going to snap loose by going down too low.
But we're right now on board following with Rogue Voices. But Dawson just makes a big dive to the inside, getting around Rogue with a 4-man team of Dawson down through the Duke. The Duke has fallen back just a little bit off of the pack, but still just on the edge of getting the draft off of that, because Tsunami and Fluffball have cleared well over 6 seconds ahead. The two most dominant drivers are just putting the strong pace they've been showing all night on full display as we get into the dying laps of this race. So checking down,
a dive in from Fluffball and Tsunami here in the next lap or two.
Yeah, Tsunami is basically blinking red. So it'll be interesting to see if like you said, does Tsunami, well, Tsunami's gonna have to come in for the pits regardless, but the question is, like, does Fluffball dive in right after Tsunami to cover off the stop? Is Tsunami moving in, Fluffball following in right behind him?
Yes. Yeah, because he
one
doesn't
after the other.
He also doesn't have to take as much.
Fluffball is going to have that short stop. This is going to be a big stop for Fluffball.
This should be 2 or 3 seconds here. This should be,
It's going to be a really big race for these guys. I mean, they've been, throughout like the 2 leagues I've been in, with them, they are like really fighting for it at this point. Because like it's basically a serious contender. Like you're in for the winner.
Absolutely. And you are right, Fluffball is out ahead of Tsunami.
Let's see what that gap is gonna be. Tsunami
making their way around.
Tsunami lost it.
Tsunami's lost it. Oh no, Tsunami with a big spin fully backwards.
Spins out.
No damage on the car, but Tsunami loses major time. Fluffball runs 27 seconds ahead. Excuse me, Fluffball gets 27 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
You're really big for Fluffball in game.
He's gonna be a big time
Fluff Tsunami coming in with the timely radio message that traction is a little lower at this point on the exit of
By himself,
pit
by
lane,
himself.
and it
Punisher
will
by himself, wrecking on the
catch you
pit
out
exit.
in a big way.
Pit entrance.
It
And
has
that's just
damn it.
That's the cold tires and the cold track. With the sun having
Awesome. You just got
just touching out one of the best. What a mistake.
This time, Jody.
That's unfortunate, but there is still a big opportunity for a safety car to come in and shake this whole thing up. Because despite the move Fluffball has made, everyone behind Fluffball...
A lot of them. Why many?
Sorry, I'm trying to get the car information. Everyone behind Fluffball is likely still going to have to make a pit stop to make it to the end of the race. And if a safety car comes out, that basically just seals it up for Fluffball to be in the strongest position in order to take this on. Because the Duke, Dawson, and Back in Black are all going into the pits now. And that just promotes Fluffball right up to the lead of the race. Checking in on Rogue Voices. Rogue Voices in a similar condition to Fluffball. So it's going to be Fluffball, Rogue Voices, THR Benz, and let's check on Reaper and Ghost Reaper are all going to be taking up RP 1 through 5 positions. But Fluffball with a commanding lead. Rogue Voices, while a strong contender in the top 3 for the entire run, has not shown overall leading pace, but all it takes is one safety car, and we could be looking at an outside winner for this race.
I think that's what most people are trying to do is run on.
What are you doing, man? Come on. Like,
so that everybody has to
fighting a back marker right now.
You just...
I don't think there's any... He has
keep
no
your head,
need
keep
to
your head,
fight
just
him.
keep your head.
He is 6 seconds ahead of THR Benz.
Yeah, it just seems that there has been some contention in making their way around.
You should still have it.
Oh my god! Throughout the race, but like Zach has said, trying to make any sort of overtaking in the corners here, because it is a one-lane track, is just going to be hard.
In front of us after that.
To be honest, the smartest thing
It's gonna be
going hard.
Because in the straightaway, you're gonna have that pull from the guy in front of you. So you're gonna have a lot more pull than they will by like maybe at least a couple tenths or something at least. So you'll literally have that push, but as soon as you go into the turn, you're gonna get a little bit tight
6 seconds out in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying earlier.
Assuming nothing happens, you should get to the end unscathed.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, Zach.
Go ahead.
That buffer is about 2 to 3 tenths.
Fingers crossed, though.
You have to have about a 2 to 3 tenths buffer in order to stay flat all the way through the corner.
Yep. So always
these guys can make a run last a while.
You know you got fuel to the end.
That. Just by racing with them most of the season, they can make it last. They have a strategy to play, so they know what they're in for at the end of the year.
But we're getting down to the dying laps of the race. We're under 20 laps remaining. Last 20-ish minutes, barring any more safety cars. But we're looking like we're at like a comfortable pace right now. Fluffball is cleared to a 6-second gap of Rogue Voices.
The problem, we're kind of behind you.
Pack having just come out of the pits looks like it
don't
has
pass yet.
spread out.
Don't pass yet. You have 2 corners. No, this ain't good. Sick Christ.
Even if the caution comes out, they are still gonna have enough fuel to make it either way.
Taylor, I need one of
y'all's
y'all's draft.
Better for those lead cars because once the caution comes out, that fuel burn's gonna fall way off.
30,
you could Browning, you could pick up with Benz behind you.
31 laps.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, no, Fluffball, Rogue, and Tsunami are definitely.
I don't know to what advantage it'd be, because if you hook up with Benz, you're still not going to catch Fluff by the end if there's no safety car.
Dawson is looking good.
Yeah, I don't think we catch
Somebody
him if
needs
we
to
do
tell
grab.
Roger Penske to invest in some more lights around this track. Holy balls!
Hey, Indy isn't meant to be a night race.
But we are pushing that to the limits at this point.
Pushing the game limits.
Come on, Roger.
What is sim racing for but doing the impossible?
Come on,
We need to
Roger
run the
Penske.
what is it? The Garage 57 package.
Garage 56.
56, yeah.
We just get the Le Mans package on these cars.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
More power, more aero. We'll turn better. We'll go faster, and we can see at night.
Oh yeah. That fixes all the next gen problems.
I honestly have to go back and see when those wrecks that happened with me.
151.
You
I
can
have to really
probably
go
catch
back
it on the
and look.
VOD because I was on board with you for one or two of them.
Yeah. I saw the one that I said the broadcaster killer. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
as
going
soon
in
as
and
I
out
look
checking
down,
the
I see it
VC.
going on my phone. It's like as soon as I literally look down at my phone, I see that POV coming up. I'm like, all right, cool.
Alright, Taylor, y'all stay in that 3-car pack back there.
As we get down to these winding laps, I just want to say thank you to Adam RPG for putting this on every week for us.
Literally.
To race.
Yeah, thank you to the
He's a good
organizers
guy.
for putting on this good show here.
Yeah.
Adam is really good. He knows what he's doing when it comes down to it.
He's the GOAT.
So,
We're gonna check up over here. Rogue Voices is still out in no man's land, 6 seconds down off of Fluffball, but
Yeah.
In Ontario.
I don't think anybody's
back
going to
in,
be able
is that
to.
back in black with him? Sorry, yeah,
Point
the
forward, Taylor. Come on. Get on that.
yeah
back.
the gaps
Awesome,
are
yeah.
off.
Yeah, with Dawson. Back in black
he's
goes
sitting
by
there with
Dawson.
Dawson. Well, Rogue Energy, see my Rogue Energy. Well, of course, Rogue Voices is sitting with I believe that's back in Black's car.
That's a hell of a radioactive.
That's back in black, if I remember. Yeah, THR Benz is a ways down. Back in black?
Get on that bumper and don't you
What am I looking at? I am so confused. Is that a back marker?
Stay high here. Okay, alright.
I'm hitting the dang rev limiter.
So that is.
Good God.
That is.
Alright, if you look at Rogue
Fire.
Voices, is there another car sitting right behind him?
Fire, man. Oh, Adam, we gotta
that's
back in black.
That's,
what are you doing?
It's back in black.
no, that's Taylor. That's Taylor.
That's Taylor Ryder.
Oh, it is
Taylor.
Taylor.
Fire coming from the outside and making contact with a car. Water fire.
No, you gotta get out of the way, man.
I gave you guys the high line.
Oh, big damage for Tsunami. That could be a caution.
I'm looking at
That's big damage. Tsunami with huge damage in turn 4.
Hit the wall.
Oh, did you?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't even say it. Okay, no, it's alright. Please, I didn't say it. I was on board. I was on board with fire. Okay, rightio. So that is a safety car if he's
and that
injured,
is
yeah, so that's
essentially
safety car.
Fluffball for the win.
So, safety car. Fluff, back it off now, please.
Safety car has come out. Fluffball's backing off.
No, you gotta understand. There's only one lane in the corner. We can't go high.
1 second. Let's hear the radio.
All you have to do is move up out of our way, please.
Yeah, just get out of the way.
Few seconds will last.
I did.
No, you didn't get out of the way. You stayed in the way.
You don't understand that.
I stayed low to let you guys go around.
That's not how it works. It's track. There's only one lane.
Well, make it work. I'm not gonna move. I mean,
You're a lap car, dude. You should get out of the
I
fucking
did.
way.
When they came off the lane, I went low. I gave them the lane to go around.
Yeah.
You've done that shit like
where's
4
leader?
times.
I'm surprised how you can
Four,
do
there's
that.
4.
So I did
Leaders in
nothing
4.
wrong. I gave you guys that room to go high.
Yeah, you did nothing wrong.
kinda had his
You did
stream
nothing
pulled
wrong.
out.
You had this entire lane right here to go around me.
Yeah, you did nothing wrong.
Don't forget, you guys. You can also.
How can you call that one? That's so weird.
Yeah, temperatures are at what is it? It's getting a little spicy in the check. Fluffball is going in. Yes, Fluffball is going into the
This
pits.
is the tires at this point. Road Voices wants track position. I think you'll see a big split in the strategy here. Looks like the first 5 stay out. Let's see what Black and Black does. Black and Black pits, I think. Yep, Black and Black pits. Wait, why are we going backwards? What is happening?
Tsunami is coming out, so Tsunami will get his lap back before the restart. This should be our last stop. We're out to the last 11 laps. Checking, yeah, Tsunami took a light load of fuel and just fresh tires this time around. Likely looking at what his distance is going to get him through. It's going to be interesting to hear like what some of the stewards' calls are from this race.
I think the stop for fresh tires might save a bunch of time.
Absolutely.
I don't know. At this point, I like THR Benz and Dawson. They stay out. And their tires, let's look at the tires. The tires are only at 20% on the rights and 15% on the lefts. So I think I don't think the tire difference is going to be enough. I love Fluffball's being fast. Tsunami's going to get his lap back. I just think you want track position at this point in the race. And if you have that track position, if you are slower, block like an M offer.
Let's see if Fluffball can make like his paint scheme says and Max Verstappen his way through this.
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen.
That hurts my spirit all the way. Oh no!
Lando Norris on top.
King is having some Max Verstappen just as a person.
Raikkonen is my favorite, guys.
I'm sorry. I have to say, what do you get when a child is unloved? Do. Max Verstappen. No, I'm just joking. Jos Verstappen is a wonderful person. I swear, don't hurt my family.
He's alright.
So we're coming into less than 10 laps down. Waterfire is going into the pits. It'll be interesting to see like how he finishes this race out. There is going to be a hard time to go. Tsunami is getting his lap back right now. So Tsunami is going to be sitting in P10. The fastest people and most dominant drivers so far in the race are going to be sitting in the back, mid-pack. So it'll be up to these lead cars to see what they can do over the next 10 laps. Well, excuse me, 9 racing laps that we're going to have to bring this to a close. Of our onboards, we have Ghost Reaper sitting in 6 and the Duke sitting in P5.
What are the words on caution? Are we going from here on out? No more cautions?
We no more cautions because the caution can only come out in 10, and I think we're gonna go a white to green. Excuse me, a white to checker. So we are done on cautions.
How are you able to go into the race chat and stay in this chat?
So I can't be in the same Discord server and be in 2 channels at once, but I have like the server's Discord up in a browser window, and I have y'all in an actual Discord window. So when I want to hear the race chat, I can just like turn the volume up and then bring it.
Dude, that's so confusing. What? That's cool.
So if you join it like in a browser.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
It's a trick I learned from like group chatting and doing team stuff from before.
Okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, I'll explain I can explain the details of it more after we're done, but we're not gonna go green this time around. We're still single file.
And there's 10 laps left, right?
Yes.
Currently 10, but we're going to have 9. Should have 9 or 8 racing.
It'll be 9 racing laps, I believe.
Probably about 8, I would say. I would say at least 8 laps.
And we are swerving hard this time around, trying to get heat in these tires. The cold conditions at night are not playing kindly.
These guys are gonna have a run for their money.
the heating ideas in the back straight get kind of crazy.
Yeah.
These guys are really gonna have the run for their money when it comes down to like last 5 laps of it. They're gonna be pushing hard, trying to make aggressive moves at the last minute.
Yeah. It is gonna get crazy for these last few laps, so buckle up and we'll be on board with.
Just be ready for that last lap. That's all I can say. They are gonna do it. It's no rules at the end.
We're bringing up the Duke for our onboard, and we're gonna stick with the front of the pack and see how things go.
Okay, Browning, that will be calling the start. Make sure you call it nice and loud, please, mate. Make sure it's off the exit of the last corner between there and the start-finish line. Quiet, please.
Comms have been cleared and we're getting ready to go green. We'll hear green before we see it go green, unfortunately, due to the delay. So, get ready.
Make sure you say it nice and loud so everyone can hear you.
Green.
Green, underway.
Looks like they're midway down the
no more
line.
cautions, green to the end.
We're green to the end. We're green to the end. Green flag racing for the next 8
So
laps.
don't fuck it up, you guys.
If only this ad would stop playing for me.
You can check out my stream. I don't have ads.
On your inside.
Rogue Energy hanging on to. I keep calling Rogue Energy. Rogue Voices keep hanging on to that. He touched grass on the inside, losing a little bit of pace, sliding outside. We're 3 wide for a moment going into turn 2. THR Benz and Back in Black side by side. THR Benz is pushing really hard to take this inside position.
No!
Tsunami fighting their way down the back straight.
Back in Black inside, but touching grass and bouncing to the wall, and this is losing position. Fluffball to 6. Tsunami.
Fluff, it's hammer time. It's hammer time, Fluff.
Tsunami had an issue.
Yeah, he got caught
had
up.
trouble. Oh, Tsunami had trouble. Falls to 12.
Shit happens, Steve. Shit happens.
Tsunami in the pits.
Fluffball inside of REM2 server. Was 5th, gets the spot.
I'm gonna draft off you, Punisher.
To make a move on Dawson. 7 laps to go.
Rogue Voices fighting hard to try to keep up this P1 position, but losing time on each move that he makes. THR Benz is not giving him any room to breathe. We are 5 deep with these cars nose to tail in under a second of time. Single line, 6 deep through the field. 5. Fluffball inside. Fluffball to 4. Fluffball is like the Terminator churning up this field.
The way these guys can make a pass is really staying in that line long enough to get that momentum to just get that push.
Thanks, Tyler. I appreciate you being kind there.
If they move down, they gotta make that move strategically and quick.
Like a tsunami.
Back to Black loses out.
I want to stay back out.
It's always friends and help each other out.
Fluffball making it to P3.
So I'll just push it.
Actually, like a passive player that actually just runs the pace vehicle.
Jody, can you help me out a little bit? Never mind. Don't ignore me.
Nice comeback,
though,
Thanks for the move.
Bobbin?
Down the straight.
You were like quite a few laps down
earlier.
Like, surprises nobody has a pace vehicle like designation.
Fluff is on
Like,
fire.
only with that car.
We usually do. It's Adams uses the pace car, but since he had some issues.
We're catching up slowly.
Doing pace car.
Gotta wait or make that move early.
And 3 wide down the back straight.
Oh no.
You cannot go too
Yeah, you
hard.
can race or be a pace car. It's up to you.
2 into 4.
And lose it.
Rogue ends up going high, keeping all his momentum, diving to the inside.
Build a pace car
out of
so
3.
that at least
Back in Black looks like he collects some cones. Rogue looking to the inside.
We usually do. Adam's usually the one that does the pace.
Rogue regaining P2 off of Benz, but losing a little time off of Rogue Voices.
Had a different story for him. Sadly.
This is good. We don't need to cause any issues. Just keep it nice and passive, Fluff.
It's gonna be between three people that are gonna probably get it.
Live, Jody.
Because I said block like an MFer, and that is what he's doing. He is doing it masterfully.
They're gonna pull off last minute blocks.
Saved it, saved it, saved it, saved it.
I see is Rogue Voices, while has been very strong in the pack, hasn't really shown what he can do in.
Didn't mean to hit you there either. That's my fault.
No, you good. And T, if you ever do want to do the NASCAR stuff, he's
Fluff
still
is ahead. Fluff is ahead coming into one.
Catch back up.
Fluff has one. Fluff has P1. Fluff has P1 as THR Benz brings up P2.
Jody, get behind me. Jody, get behind me. We don't want to go through right through.
Falling down the order to fourth.
If only that was the case,
back and last. Oh no.
Brian doors me like that again. He's not gonna like it.
Unlike car racing does.
Guys, we gotta catch him. Stop. Don't mess around.
The field is focusing. They're trying to work as a team.
We gotta stay in their
Man, of course he doors me.
Back and Black getting aggressive. Back and Black's getting aggressive.
Back in Black and Dawson really deep to the inside, collecting a bunch of cones coming out of 4.
Like I said, I'm
This looks like a 2-car race. 3 laps to go.
Looks like a 2-car race between Fluff and Ben so far right now, but we'll see right at the very end. You're not going to be able to get much of a run.
I think this can go down as the most pathetic race we've had yet. Congratulations.
Good old Indy.
Well, this is Indy for you. So
and 3 and 4 have fallen back off the order, and I may have read this wrong.
Push me, Jody.
Having the 2 laps to go.
No, I got respect for
Football and THR Benz. I don't think THR Benz has
Dawson is in third, Back and Black, 4th.
You don't.
THR Benz doesn't have enough. I don't think he has enough to get Fluff Ball. He needs to
Don't
make the
jinx it. Do not jinx it.
We're just gonna be out here watching to see. Benz is gonna be looking to capitalize on any mistake that Fluffball makes as we come around to these last laps.
Don't mess it up, Fluff. Come on.
Fluffball, I believe, won the last time we were here. If I'm not mistaken.
The entire field down with under 2 seconds.
We are going into white flag.
Fluff is going hard.
We have 2 that are diving down to the inside, way in the back.
Don't throw away a podium, dude.
All rules are off. Final lap.
White flag is out. White flag is out.
Wait for the moment.
Sorry, Taylor, I can't just let you have it.
Come on, baby.
It's good.
I get it. Come on.
Fluff and Benz fighting hard but respectfully. Benz is looking to the inside, going into 3. Benz into the inside. Can Fluff get it? Benz blocks.
Yes. Oh no.
Drag race.
Crossover.
Drag race to the line.
I don't know what happened.
Side
Go.
Wins.
It's Fluff at the line.
It's Fluff across the line by a nose.
Let's go, Fluff.
By hundreds. My score
that was so close. That was so close.
Not even registering.
And everyone's coming through to the end.
Savage, that was so close.
And our order is, we have, what a finish. We have Fluffball, THR Benz,
Back and Black, Dawson,
Rogue Voices. Rogue Voices losing out on a big run right at the end.
We need to have an admin meeting.
Visible Rocket, Taylor, Silver, The Duke, LeBron, TRR, SKX, SDW Tsunami, Waterfire lap down, Ghost Reaper lap down, and Punisher on 3 laps down. So thank you everyone that participated, and thank you everyone that made it through. Do you folks have here Do you folks here have any final thoughts for what we got going on?
No, that was an amazing race. What a finish. Honestly, it does not get closer than that.
All right. And it was absolutely a rough go. Give me, I'm going to drop out. I'm going to see if, actually, let me see if I can get a hold of Fluff Bins or Back in Black as we come to the end. And congrats to Back in Black for your P3 finish. Back in Black, would you like to jump in to give some thoughts on the race and how you made this win? It is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why you like this? Oh, am I like? Is this too official? Am I Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Fluff.
Probably get a hold of Fluff Ball.
Vince and
Hey, I got Fluff if we need to.
yeah, if he's down to join, we'd love to have him for a quick chat.
I can get him in here real quick.
Yeah, see if he's down to join.
I can add Fluff too, guys.
I'm gonna
we'll add one at a time just so we can keep it a little more organized.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Fluff in real fast for you. See if that works. He needs to just there he goes. Give me a second.
There's an admin meeting, Zachary.
Oh yeah, there's an admin meeting, so he might be a little busy.
Okay.
Who's not admin that finished in the top 3? Bins. Message Bins.
I'm tagging them.
I don't have Bins.
Oh.
I'm just tagging them in the server to see if they're free to come chat.
I'm server muted right now, so.
Yeah, we got you.
But yeah, thank you guys for hopping on and joining us as well.
Yeah, it was a rough go at it for me tonight, though. I mean, it happens often, but like, what can we really frickin' do about it? It's like it happens too much now. It's just my perspective of it.
Yeah, it's a rough go of it, but I want to thank both. I'm really bad because I can't read names right now. One Savage, thank you for co-hosting with me tonight. Thank you for helping me through because dropping in on this cold is definitely a ride. Thank you Back in Black for inviting me. Yeah, Fluff is free. You can hop in. I'm ready when Benz is ready.
I got Fluff coming. I should ring him.
You guys for letting me join in the middle of the race.
Nah, thank you for hopping in and joining with us and giving us your perspective on the run.
Yeah, don't forget to follow both of us.
Yeah. Yeah, please please feel free to drop me a follow. Hopefully the good folks at PP I cannot read. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It is 1 a.m. PPRL have enjoyed my broadcasting this evening, and y'all have me back. Thank you Back to Blaze. I appreciate the follow.
Fluff said he's about to join in a minute.
Yep. So, what are your thoughts overall on this finish we got?
I honestly think Fluff is like a real contender. Like, he has really been gone.
All right, let's
see. He's been showing what he can do all season so
far. Let's see. I'm trying to tag Back to Black.
It's Back space in Black.
Back in Black. All right.
Or the
Fluff
green
ball number
bastard.
one finish tonight.
Call him. It's the green bastard.
Oh, it's the green bastard. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
I don't have him on here, so you might have to add him.
I don't know if I have an idea.
He blocked me on Discord. Matter of fact.
All right. As much as I have enjoyed the other driver y'all being on, we are going to just do for the announcers for the post race interviews. All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Thank y'all for participating with us.
Later.
Y'all have a good one now. The green
I'll
bastard.
try to get back in black in here.
Yeah.
We'll see who we can get.
And let me get this a shot really quick. I am sorry this is taking a minute. Like I said, I am new to the community, so
you're good, dude. Like, you are good.
Howdy. How's everybody doing?
We got here. Hello. I'm sorry.
This is Back in Black.
Back in Black. Hello. How you put in an impressive drive this entire evening. So how do you feel after everything wrapped up?
I feel pretty good. If the 11 car didn't get off my corner panel, as y'all seen there in the closing races, I would have caught fluffing them. I was on brand new tires after I got taken out under pace car and they gave me my spot back.
Yeah, that was a really a tense moment to see as we were closing everything up there. I've asked everyone that's been coming in so far. There's a lot of contention over the conditions that we started this race under. A foggy track definitely let the tires go a little longer because of the cooling that could happen on the straights. But how did you find the grip conditions until things started to rubber in?
I liked it. I like loose. Loose is fast and on the verge of out of control.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry, I can barely see who all we have.
It's Fluff, me, and
Savage.
Yeah.
And welcome in, Fluff. You put on one of the most commanding drives of the night. How did you put this drive together?
I know, just kept it clean, to be honest.
It was impressive. Like your car, whether it was in the draft or whether it was in just open air, you just looked commanding the whole way around.
Thank you. It felt good, yeah.
So
how the Jody just before, it was the car handled pretty nice in the foggy conditions.
Great. So how do you feel after putting in the long drive for the 400?
Happy because I sweeped out all 3 Indies, so I've won them all now. That was my main goal after I won the first one.
Yeah, and what's your outlook? What was your outlook coming into the night? Like, what was your plan to try to make the most of it?
Just to not have any incidents. Yeah, I know the car was good because from the previous ones, but yeah, this time it was a bit harder, but still, I didn't think much of it.
Hey, but no, that was really impressive. Unfortunately, we saw you have a good long run with Tsunami in the dying hours of the race. How did you find that battle? Because between you and Tsunami, there was like some of the fastest drives that we saw all night.
I found that kind of calming, but at the same time, I just knew I didn't want to pass him too early because then he'd just pass me back. So.
Yeah, no, that looked like it was the unfortunately what cost THR Benz right at the end.
Yeah, I had fresher tires, and the switchback was probably the better option rather than sticking it around the outside. So,
but what can you do at Indy? You got to make a move at some point, or you're going to be paying for it the whole way.
Yeah.
But thank you for hopping on. Are you looking forward to what's the next race you're looking forward to doing?
Eagle Rock. That one will be cool.
Eagle Rock is next week.
Yeah. So how do you feel about short track races versus big ovals like Indy?
I mean, they're fun and they're slightly better in my opinion. They provide a bit more racing, but I mean, I reckon it'll be a good ride there as well.
Well, that's great. Hey, thank you for dropping in and giving us your thoughts on the race. Congratulations for your run. And we look forward to maybe seeing you up again on the next on another podium. How does this affect your standings in the overall championship?
I think I might be leading it now if I'm not wrong.
You are, yes.
Well, all right there. Well, thank you again for jumping in. We're gonna get a little bit more of Back in Black's thoughts. Is mostly gonna be the same set of questions. Back in Black, what was your strategy coming into the night for yourself?
Not getting accidents, but I got in that one with that lap car, and I said I just gotta put my head down, like everybody's taught me, and drive to the field. And what did I do? I drove back to the field and got a podium.
Yes, sir. As far as picking out a setup for the night, you said like you preferred it for a looser setup versus one that was tight. Did you feel like that started to fall off further into the race, or did it just get more and more into your pocket?
It just got more and more as the track rubber down. The car started gripping up, and we just started getting faster and faster every lap.
Well, all right then. Well, same thing to you. Do you look forward to the short track race coming up, or are you more of a super speedway fan?
Me, Eagle Rock is the license test, and me and Tsunami are the two fastest cars there. If I can get my A game going, I get into a rhythm there. No one is not touching us.
Well, all right then. Well, looking forward to seeing how you do. Back to Blaze apparently does not agree with you on that.
I know who that is. That's Tyler. And I'm jumping in there right after this.
Well, all right then. Y'all have a good night. We're gonna try to. All right, y'all have any final words before we switch off? Try to get a hold of THR Benz.
Yeah.
Fluff is the best ever.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Alpha 33 for sponsoring me. He's the primary sponsor now for the remainder of the season. So it's for next week, which will be my loose car be back on track.
All right, and for you, Fluff.
I would like to say I love Taylor, and it was a good battle between me and Benz.
Hey, you were saying me too, because I was there.
Yeah, you too. It'll be a interesting one next time.
All right.
Will be.
Hey, thank you all. Y'all have a good night now. All right.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Let's get a hold of Benz and.
Oh, really? Taylor? We're gonna have this conversation here in a second.
All right. Let me go and invite Benz up. Oh, we're not friends. That's why. No.
I don't know if he's on.
He's on. I just hadn't added him as a friend, so I couldn't invite him. If we, the difficult thing is like I was saying, the trick is like I can't be in the same Discord server, because then it'll like try to pick out the channel that you're in. Because ideally what I would do, actually that does make more sense. I know how I'll fix this in the future. After the race, I'll just move into the server so I can just pull people into a specific channel.
I thought that's what you were going to do originally. And I was like, I'll just wing you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. What's up, Benz? How you doing?
What's up, man? Let me just join an Xbox real quick.
All good, all good. But yeah, so in order to listen to the channel in Discord, I can't be in there. Oh no, not everyone getting pulled in again. Let me switch headphones.
All right, I'm all good now.
All right, hello, welcome to the broadcast, THR Benz. Congratulations. Congratulations on the podium, but that was a hard fought finish right there. It was literally I didn't get a good look at the final time, but that was a heck of a close finish.
Yeah, it was. I got a little tight off 4, and Fluff beat me back to the line. It's actually funny because that's the second time this has happened now at Indy. He beat me back to the line twice in a row now, so maybe I'll have to get him next time.
Yeah, that was a really impressive run that you put in throughout the entire race, though. How did you feel coming into today?
Good. I mean, Tune felt good. Haven't been playing the game as much, so a little inconsistent, but you get to practice before, and you just shake the rust off. So felt pretty good, and Indy's a fun track, so I figured it'd be a good race again.
That's definitely an interesting take, because it seems that Indy is a bit of a contentious spot for a number of people.
Yeah, it's a bit of carnage, not gonna lie. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's fun. All the corners are different, so it's not like it's not as cookie cutter as some tracks.
Yeah, it definitely makes you think a lot more on your toes, because you have to be pretty strategic about how you're moving around here with the limited options for overtaking.
Yep. Yeah, it's. I mean, once you lose draft, you just got to stay within 6/10 of the car in front of you, and once you lose draft, you just lose so much time. It's. I mean, definitely got to pay attention a lot. That's for sure. It's. I mean, I find it fun. I know a lot of people don't like it, but.
So I heard the little back and forth that you're having with Fluff right at the end. I'm sorry, I couldn't really see who was saying what to who, but I think you told Fluff you're not just gonna let him have it, or was that Fluff talking to you?
Well, I mean, we were. I would say we were definitely working together on that last restart. Once we got past Rogue. I knew that I was just going to stay behind Fluff until I could, till we were on the last lap, and I could make a move without losing second place. Me and him work really good together, so I was always going to work with him. And he's, like I said, he's fast around Indy, so not a bad person to follow around to the last lap.
Yeah, no, that was a really strong fight all the way to the end. If I'm remembering right, who was it in IndyCar last year racing against Alex Palou? But basically it was the same move that happened, because it's basically
was it Justin Newgarden?
It was Newgarden. Yeah, it was Newgarden versus Palou at the end, where he tried to do almost the same undercut, and was it the same? Yeah, it seems like such a strong move, and you're a hero if you can make it stick, but unfortunately the cutback at the end on turn 4, if you could run it back, would you do anything different?
No, I mean, see, I kind of left Fluff a little room in the short chute between 3 and 4, because I thought he was gonna be to my inside, because I had just I'd shaded up too far in 3, and I should have just turned down immediately and just cut him off, because that way he wouldn't have had the run. But I went down too late and I got tight out of 4, and I mean, at that point it was like, I didn't want to door him to slow him down, but
like you said, you wanted to keep it clean, and it was a better race for it.
Me and Fluff always race really clean, and he's a good guy. And I mean, like I said, I didn't want to lose second, or go any lower there, so I wasn't going to do anything crazy to try to get the win. I mean, like I said, it's the second time that's happened, and I'm okay with losing the Fluff. He is the championship leader, and I've only done a select couple of races, so I don't want to ruin his championship now being full time. So
So looking forward, do you think you'll be making a step up to full time for future seasons, or are you kind of like at the max of your commitment?
I mean, you know, it depends. It depends if I get home in time. It does. The races do happen a little bit late for me. So, but I mean, I've raced the last. Although I missed last week, I've raced the last 6 or 7 races. So I think I'm somewhere up there in points. Just, you know, nothing even close to Fluff because he's done twice as many races as I have. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the schedule looks like going forward.
So not to bring up other competitions, but are you gonna be making the flight over to Barcelona for tomorrow?
Oh, what's going on there?
Oh, RHEC's round 5, I think, is Barcelona tomorrow. Racing Haven.
Yeah. I was going to do the first round around Watkins Glen, and I had something come up, and unfortunately I haven't been able to make any of the rounds, and I mean, I haven't been playing as much, so I'm probably going to say no to that. I mean, I would like to get one of those races in, but I know we have Tour Le Mans coming up soon, so have to be ready for that. Yeah, definitely. That's a big one, so
well, all right.
Got to get all the guys prepared.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for popping in with us to have this conversation. What are you looking forward to for the next few rounds?
I'm not too sure what the next couple tracks are, but I would like to get a win on oval finally. I won on the road course, but I would like an oval win. That would be nice. I always either come in second or, you know, I haven't finished lower than 4th, so.
Savage, did you have anything?
Yeah, you watched my ass at that road course. Holy balls. You got speed.
It's kind of my specialty, you know. I'm good on the road course, and I find it fun in these cars. So hopefully, there's a couple road courses coming up. That'd be nice.
Let's look at the schedule.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, I know. Next week we're going to short track, so we'll be at Eagle Rock for next week.
Eagle Rock.
Ooh.
Sunset. The road course.
Sorry, which one's the next road course?
Sunset Circuit.
Sunset. Oh wow, that is going to be a ride to see.
Watkins Glen, and then Daytona, and then Sunset the Oval.
Well, all right.
And I'll be looking forward to Watkins Glen then for sure, and of course Eagle Rock next week. I mean, I do love a little short track racing, so that should be fun.
Well, all right. Yeah. Do you have any final words before we sign off for the night?
Just congrats to Fluff, and it was fun racing with everybody, and I'll see everybody next week, hopefully.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, Benz.
Of course, man. You have a good night.
Hey, you too. All right, everyone. We're going to start winding down our coverage of the PPRL Indy 400. Savage, again, thank you for joining me in the booth and helping me out with tonight's race. It wouldn't have been half the broadcast without you. Do you have any final thoughts for everything for tonight?
Yeah, it was a great race, honestly. For the most part, I thought everybody raced, pretty respectfully, as much as they could. I've been kind of looking at the Discord, and there is some conversation going on about Waterfire, who believed he was in the right for blocking cars he should not have been blocking.
Yeah, it seems like it comes down to the view on how backmarkers should be handling making the run around Indy. So like we were saying earlier, if you're with the single lane, if the back marker moves to the inside and leaves the outside for everyone else, that's where the faster traffic is expecting to be able to go. So it depends on, I'm unfamiliar with like how the league manages that. So typically,
go ahead. Yeah, typically you're supposed to get out of the way for faster cars if you can. Like, they understand, like, if you're committed to the corner on the bottom, you're committed. But if you know somebody's coming, you need to make sure you're out of the way. Respectfully, of course. And just make sure that everybody stays straight. But from what I saw in the Discord, he was legitimately intentionally blocking people because he didn't, like, he said he didn't even have his score or his leaderboard on. So he had no idea where he was on the track even.
That's
which
wild.
is just, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a discussion that has to go on with the stewards, but we'll leave that for the stewards' decisions, and we'll see how things go from there. So, do you have any final words before we sign off for the night, Savage?
I do not. Thank you for having me. I hope we get to do this again because this was fun.
Yeah, no, this was a good time. Let me just make sure I shout you out before I call it a night.
I am Savage Speeder 88 on Twitch.
You mind sending a message in my chat really quick, because it'll make it a lot easier for me to shout you out.
Yeah. Oh, you're.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, message in my Twitch chat. Just say hi or something.
Yeah. Here, hold on. I gotta get back to your chat.
All good. And as for me, thank you all for watching the broadcast. Thank you for PPRL for having me. I hope to make it back. I will also admit this is late for me on Saturdays, and I'm also want to say thanks to my wife for letting me stay up and do all of this. Tonight is gonna be in for a little bit. I'll be on tomorrow for my own racing, so you can watch my mediocre skills as opposed to the fantastic driving that we just saw put on by everyone else tonight. But yeah, if you can, give Savage Speed a look and give him a follow. I'm certain that he'll have like some more amazing stuff going on over there soon. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us tonight. So again, thank you, and y'all have a good one.
Yeah, talk to you later.